bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Look, for all you fucking prudes out there, all you people out here fucking, yeah, straight smoke show. Look, for all you people out here, you prudes out here that just want to fucking complain. I seen worse outfits than this in church. I've seen worse outfits than what she got on in church.
All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking check. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Motherfuckers understand.
Look, all you fucking prudes out there, all you people out here fucking, yeah, straight smoke show. Look, for all you people out here, you prudes out here that just want to fucking complain. I seen worse outfits than this in church. I've seen worse outfits than what she got on in church. And y'all worried about her having a dress above the knee, holding a fucking apple pie with walnuts on it. And because she got a cross in the background. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is fucking stupid. Get over yourself. You want to be religious? Be religious. I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. I pray, I ask for forgiveness every day. But I'm not gonna be out here fucking casting stones at people when I got a glass house. I'm out here, the pot calling the kettle, calling the pot, calling the kettle. Y'all not mad about TD Jakes allegedly being power bottom. Y'all ain't mad about that. Y'all ain't talking about Sound of Freedom. All right, so Twitter been getting let out on streaming services after how many fuck. Twitter is all jacked up. So I tried to run this back, but I can't run it back because Twitter's all jacked up. Everything running great, but Twitter's data for some reason. I mean, or whatever the fuck going on with that. Anyway, guys, welcome to the Hotep Told You After Party. I appreciate you guys joining me. I am CannonHotep. Give yourselves a round of applause for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it, man. Oh man, I can't believe it. I ain't know people was talking about this shit for 8 days, yo. I ain't know people was talking about this shit for 8 days. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Oh my man, shout out to my man Kid Gravity. Kid Gravity said he said King Magazine would have washed them. Oh man. Like I said, guys, I think people got all up in arms for no reason. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But to call it soft porn, come on, guys. To call it soft porn, that's a bit extreme. You know what I mean? Like they done gone back to the standards of the 1950s. You show a little skin, you show a little shoulder, you a harlot. You are a harlot if you show a little shoulder. Holy smokes, boy. I tell you, I think it's tasteful considering the shit that we see all the time. You know what I mean? Like my man Kid Gravity said, King Magazine. The same motherfuckers, there's people out here that's mad at this, but they waiting for GTA 6 to drop. I'm just saying. I think what these ladies did was tasteful. I think it was tasteful. I think they got a bag. I think they got their grift on, and that's what it is. It could have been much worse. It could have been much worse. I think I spoke on it enough today and yesterday, so we're going to go ahead and skate on past this situation. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you guys going to have a wonderful New Year. Let me make sure that Rumble's rumbling because they like to fuck up. There we go. Rumble is a rumbling. Oh, my man. It could have been chicks with dicks. That is right, Fuego. Could have been chicks with dicks. They could have had Dylan Mulvaney up that bitch. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But I digress. Anyway, guys, let's get to it. Oh, man. 2024 is around the corner. I'm not looking forward to 2024. I'm telling you. Some people like, new year, new me, blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck that. I'm not looking forward to 2024, guys. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? People bringing Bryson's grandma into it. That's fucked up. Bryson's strong in his convictions. I'm not mad at him. I just think it's a little extra. That's all. Time to bring back the hijab. Woo! Appreciate the $2 super chat. I need a conservative woman like Candace Owens. She ain't get her hair done in in 30 years to fight the racist Democratic Party. Come on, yo. I ain't gonna lie though. I think you got a point. I think Candace could afford a good hairdo, but you know, it's what she do. What's going on? We got Rudy the Vet Russo in the building. What's the deal? I mean, hey, I ain't gonna lie though. It'd have been nice to see Candace in the spread. It'd have been nice to see Candace in the spread along with Kimberly Klasick. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you think Candace would have made a nice addition to the real conservative women calendar. I'm sure they approached her. She probably like, nah, I'm good. She pregnant, right? She might have did it. I think she pregnant again, ain't she? Loki said yeah. Rudy said yeah. I think she pregnant, right? Retro said no. Hotep Federales. Man, come on. That'd have been cool. Oh, man. They like the kind you said he did Kim K. Yeah. I mean, hey. Anyway, they're bigger fish to fry than a fucking calendar. They're a bigger fish to fry than a calendar. All right. For example, let's just get started, guys. Your boy Kanye West. People think he out there. What Unc say? Unc was like, is he on a side quest? Is he trying to get back in the good graces of the powers that be? They, them, the collective? I don't know. It's a possibility. But he apologized, but the apology that he did, it sounds like the same apology that he gave on was it TMZ? It seems like the same apology. So we're gonna look at that real quick. Check it out.
issued an apology for Kanye West has issued an apology for anti-Semitic remarks he made last year. The American rapper, who now calls himself Ye, sparked outrage last year after he made a number of anti-Semitic social media posts, including one that appeared to show a swastika symbol inside a Star of David. In a statement posted on Instagram today in Hebrew, West said, "I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for any unplanned outburst. It was not my intent to hurt or disrespect, and I very much regret any pain I may have caused."
He said that last year. He said it last year. He said he wasn't talking about Jewish people as a whole. He said he was talking about a specific sect of Jewish people. I've deemed them, they, them, the collectives, the landlords, the powers that be. He said it. He said it on Drink Champs. He said it on TMZ and somewhere else. He said he wasn't talking about all Jewish people. He said that. He said, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. He said that. And it might have been Pierce Morgan. I don't remember. But he said it on TV last year when all this shit was going down. It's nothing different. So he not on no vision quest or no side quest or nothing like that. He just being rational. That's just my opinion on that. He being rational. I'm just saying. Emmanuel says, I had a kufi on tight, thought about Kanye. People didn't speak out against the landlords and media until after Kanye was Kanye. Put out on front to start the movement against the landlords. It's funny. It is true. That is kind of ironic that now he's apologizing for it. You got all these people speaking out against the landlords now on behalf of Palestine. Really interesting. Very interesting. They chastised Kanye West all last year, only for the same people that chastised Kanye West last year to be speaking ill of the landlords now. Go figure, right? Such is life, guys. Such is life. Oh, my goodness gracious. New products, new devil obstacles. Ooh. Montoya hitting him with the deepness. Rudy the Vet says Sonny Johnson over Candy. I hear that. I'm sure Big Sis will look nice in that spread. Descendant said he out of pocket. Hey. Sonny will look nice. Shoot. But yeah, Kanye, I don't think there's any news. He apologized for anti-Semitic comments he made last year. No, he said the same apology that he said last year. Nobody paid attention to it. As simple as that. What happened? Sorry to call bullshit on the three dogs. They tear each other apart if they were in the same room. I must have missed something. Sonny be yelling at the cameraman. Yo, wildin'. Rudy says, Sonny fine. I hear you, Rudy. Come on, protocol. Chill. Anyway, Kanye West, man. Don't get it twisted. He said the same apology last year. They're just paying attention to it now. He's just reiterating what he said before. They're trying to make it seem like he's trying to get in the good graces of the landlords. And I don't think that's the case. I just think that he's somebody probably asked him again. He's like, yeah, no, I didn't mean to hurt anybody intentionally. It wasn't my intentions. I believe him. You know what I mean? Oh man, where we at? It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. Anybody got any plans for this weekend? Anybody got any like New Year's Eve parties to go to? You know what I mean? We were talking about New Year's resolutions. Sorry, I'm trying to get all this shit situated. We were talking about New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm not one of the people that subscribe to New Year's resolutions. However, if you're going to do it, do it. You know what I mean? So whether you subscribe to New Year's resolutions or not, or you just want to be a better person, just, make it happen. You going to hang with your parents? I hear that. Long week with longer weekend coming. I hear that. Rona says I got a new song releasing this Saturday. Oh shit. Okay. Montoya says celebrating family at the Kim concert on New Year's Eve. Oh snap. Montoya tried to get sexy on New Year's Eve with the Kim concert. Yo, he was the man back in the day. I guess he still is the man. He's still out here touring, right? Shoot. Monique says, I think this calendar issue played out as long as it did because conservatives aren't stepping up on the real issues. Also, Candace Owens is offline. Well, she pregnant. She right? Didn't she about to give birth, or did she give birth already? I think she about to, right? I think she is. At Montoya, Kim, man, I'm jealous. That's on my bucket list. Yo, everybody, they say his concerts sell out. They say his concerts sell out, and it's a fantastic show. They say it's a fantastic show. Hey, have fun. YouTube deleting your shit? Head over to Rumble, yo. Hit that link in the description. Go over to Rumble. Go over where the freedom is. Honestly, the only reason I do my YouTube channel, the show right here on YouTube, is really to push you guys over to Rumble, be honest with you. Rumble's better as far as, your speech is concerned. YouTube be trying. I turn off the filters. I turn off the whole hold the comment. I turn all that shit off, and they still be doing some fuckery with the comments, guys. Candace looks better pregnant. Put some weight on her cheeks. Crazy. DeSantis said even pregnant is a wood. Look at you, bro. Look at you. Anyway, so check it, right? Did y'all see this? This is crazy. I don't know what's going on, right? So this is from CBS News. Trump back on the ballot in Colorado while state Republicans appeal ban the Supreme Court. So now he's back. He's back on the Colorado ballot, right? That's a win. Right? Because you know why? Because what CannonHotep said, what I said, and I've been telling you guys, they have no case to support their whole, or evidence to support their whole insurrection case. There's no evidence to prove that. Not even the special counsel or the January 6th committee had anything. If they did, they wouldn't have burnt the shit when Donnie T got discovery. That should have been your first red flag. Right? However, now they want to appeal this shit to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not going to rule in favor of Colorado. Right? Even Minnesota or Michigan just said, fuck it. We're going to back away from this shit. So, but the crazy part is that the fuckery still continues, right? The fuckery still continues because here's from the New York Post. Maine Secretary of State disqualifies Trump from 2024 ballot. They just disqualified him from the fucking 2024 ballot, guys.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
For what? It's guys, it's a concerted effort to get Donnie T off the list. They're in full panic mode, guys. You know how like when you playing the old school video games and you fighting the boss and you beating the boss and the boss about to die and he start like flashing like orange and red or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? He start flashing orange and red, letting you know that he about to go down. They're in the death throes. The Democrats, the powers that be, are in the death throes when it comes to Donnie T, guys. And they throwing every Hail Mary possible. Now you just got states just frivolously like just disqualifying from the ballot, hoping the shit sticks. It's crazy. So Maine, for what, Maine? Why are you taking them off Maine? For the same bullshit reason that Colorado took them off? For the same bullshit reason that Minnesota tried to take them off? Minnesota never even went through with it. For the same bullshit reason Michigan tried to take him off? For a non-case, a non-issue that he beat in impeachment? Guys, this is only made to dwindle Donnie T's resources, to keep him from running a proper race in 2024. The crazy part is it isn't going to work because he's not even debating and he's still winning. I'm going to repeat that. He's not even debating, and he's still winning. They can't beat him. They have nobody, no candidate that they can put up against him. The only candidate that they had was RFK, and they blackballed him from the Democratic Party. He's now running as a libertarian, which is worse for them because he's going to take votes away from the Democrats. They're going to get their asses handed to them if this was going to be a proper election. But we all know better. There's going to be some kind of fucking wrench in the gears. We fuck around and not even have an election, guys. The views and opinions expressed on Cannon Speaks and the Hotep's Been Told You After Party is solely that of CannonHotep and do not represent the views of Hotep Nation, its viewers, or YouTube. Viewer discretion is advised. Like, y'all understand this, right? They're throwing Hail Mary after Hail Mary after Hail Mary. Nothing's going to work. And the more I think about it, the more I think that Hotep Goldstein's right. Vivek might be a surrogate of Donnie T. Which is smart, if that's the case, because he damn sure running that fucking 2016 playbook. Vivek damn sure know what hills to die on. I still don't trust him, but he might very well be a Trump surrogate. It might be the contingency. Trump might be like, if I don't get in, somebody got to get in that motherfucker. Bring the little Indian boy over here. Shit gonna get real, guys, in 2024. I'm telling you. I wouldn't be shocked if they try to make an attempt on Donnie T. A month or so ago, they were talking about Donnie T not having any, having health issues, alleged health issues, that he could have dementia. He forgot his granddaughter's birthday. It's like they trying to get us comfortable with the fact that he's, something might be up. What, last week wasn't it trending? Goodbye Donnie T or Donnie T's dead or something like that. What was something like that? Shit was trending last week, and people was upset that it really wasn't true, that it was just a figure of speech. This shit is crazy, and the reason why it's such a big deal, if they can do that to him, they'll do that to any other political adversary. That's what makes this scary. It's bigger than Donnie T. If they can do this to him successfully, for I would arguably say a third time, I'm gonna go and throw the whole collusion hoax in there with this. I agree with Portia. Portia says, to be honest, look at Vivek. Vivek Wiki. Man is in line to win Vice or another high seat. I agree. But this shit is bigger than Donnie T. They can pull this shit off with him like this. They can pull it off against any political adversary and keep doing what they doing. That's why he gotta win. Even if he don't win the election, he gotta win these cases. He gotta win these cases. I agree, Emmanuel. Nothing short of a revolution can stop it. I agree. Thing is, how many people ready to do that? How many people are ready to buck the system? How many people are ready to give up those creature comforts to buck the system, to revolt? Huh? Not a lot. Not a lot. I wouldn't be shocked if 2024 didn't happen. I'll be shocked if November 8th did not happen. Senator Loki in the building. What's the deal? I'll tell you this, though. Shit looking real sketch. Be prepared. Be ready to kid up. What the fuck is this? Okay. Be ready to kid up. I said this yesterday. Be ready to kid up. What I mean by that is, grab you one of these, grab you a plate carrier, and be ready to kid up. I'm not saying just, to go fight your neighbor and all this other stuff. We got a lot of problems happening that it's just everything just happening at one time. Like HJ said, it's a reason why they putting all these movies out, all this predictive programming out. They got to tell you their plans, right? What better way to do it through a movie? Television and radio and the silver screen. It's the reason why they got Leave the World Behind, and then they got Civil War coming out. Right, Descendant. They bringing in their army right now, and nobody paying attention. Nobody paying attention. Y'all saw that picture I showed you guys, or that video of all them Chinese people at the southern border coming through, all fighting age, all look like they're in the military. How many people we got at the border right now, just coming through, just flowing through? We got 6,000 marching up right now. 6,000 in a caravan coming up right now. Just last week, they caught a few people coming across the border with long guns. If something going to happen here in America, it's going to happen from within. And I think they want that. I think they want that. I agree, Emmanuel. I 1,000% agree. People still sleep after the Cove base. That scares the hell out of me too. That's how you know people are willfully ignorant. They don't want their belief systems broken. They don't want their belief systems broken. I told you guys. I was sitting there talking to family, at breakfast during the holidays, during Christmas. They legit was like, why would you vote for Donald Trump? You're not afraid of having a dictator in office? I was like, you worried about Donnie T being a dictator? And you're not worried about the one that y'all voted in office that's in there now? He looked at me like I was crazy. Like, the dude y'all voted for is one. He weaponized the IRS against American citizens and his political adversaries. I said the inflation, gas prices, all that shit is because of that dude. His family's on the take from a whole nother country. But y'all worried about Donnie T. I said, y'all got your priorities all ass backwards. Y'all worried about the wrong person. Y'all asleep at the wheel. Y'all looking at the car accident to the left, about to hit the car in front of you. Shit is crazy to me, man. I never seen a group of people hate one man so much. That's how you have to take it down. What's up, Heather Hartnett? You got to cause division within. You cause the division within. It's called divide and conquer. You cause the division within a country. That's how you destabilize it. Makes it easy for a foreign entity to come in and take over. You cause that destabilization. You cause a fucking massive collapse of the infrastructure. And then that collapse will lead to financial collapse. Once that financial collapse hits, then people get desperate. People get scared. People get savage. They start turning on one another. Now you got a nation of people fighting amongst each other. While they fighting amongst each other, the insurgents come sneaking in, and then they start taking over. That's how it worked. Check this out from Scoon. Shout out to my man Sonny. Sonny and SoCal on Twitter. I hope this shit play. Fucking Twitter been a pain in the ass.
What's up, School TV family? So, looking
There he
around
is.
the world, there seems to be a rise in xenophobia. What is at the root of it? I don't know, but I'm suspecting shortages in resources. People become a little selfish. when there's less to go around. In South Africa, they want the Nigerians out. In Saudi Arabia, they're denying visas that they granted to Nigerians visiting South Africa. Won't let them deplane after they land. Like 264 Nigerians. The matter had to be resolved through the Nigerian embassy. They ended up allowing 170 people in, but almost 100 still had to go back to Lagos. All over the world, man, people are turning on outsiders. So I don't think globalism is going as planned. This world of open borders that everyone is promoting, not everyone, but the leftists, the Marxists, the globalists, it's going to be tough. Last week in Ireland, an immigrant, an Algerian man, he stabbed 3 children outside of school. He was a naturalized Irish citizen, documented to have mental illness, and one of the girls that he stabbed is actually the daughter of immigrants, and she's in the worst condition and hospitalized right now. It led to about 500 people burning and looting and attacking the Irish Gardaí, or Gardaí. That's the Irish word for the state police. It was a big, big thing over this. What wasn't reported is that 3 of the people who rescued the girls and subdued the immigrants were immigrants themselves. There's a lot going on, but when there's not enough to go around, people they start hoarding. Like I said, they get very selfish. In Pakistan, the Pakistani government are in the process of deporting 1.7 million Afghan refugees. Some have been there since the Russian-Afghan war, which lasted from 1979 to 1989. What that means is that there are people born in Pakistan but are not Pakistani who are going to get sent to Afghanistan where they know no one. And why is that? I understand there's not enough to go around for Pakistanis. The Pakistani government is trying to relieve pressure on itself to provide for its citizens. So they're sending 1.7 million. They're going door to door. Now you say that can't happen in America. Don't be so sure. Donald Trump has already promised to engage in the largest mass deportation in American history. So as we're letting in all these people at the southern border, don't be surprised that if Trump wins somehow, they get rounded up. And you say, oh no, that couldn't happen. Well, guess what I discovered, right? In 1954, there was a mass deportation in America under Eisenhower. And you want to know what the name of it was? Operation Wetback.
Damn.
Look it up. 1.3 million Latinos were rounded up and deported. Some kept in camps. They put them on trains, planes, buses. They got them the hell up out of here. Obviously, it didn't work. I mean, look at Arizona, Texas, and California now. But still, these things happen from time to time. And as tough as the economy is right now, Americans definitely don't want people here utilizing resources that they believe should go for them. So keep your eye open for the next Operation Wetback. I didn't make that up. That's a real thing. Google is your friend. It's coming again if Trump wins.
Thing is, though, right? I love Scoon's Take Show. Shout out to Scoon, yo. Let me see. Okay. But yeah, I mean, he's right. He's right. Trump getting off is going to be a massive deportation. And I'm not going to say that it's not warranted. Not going to say it's not warranted. We don't, like he just said, we don't got the resources. We don't got the resources here in America to sustain that. The powers that be have been warned. These mayors, these governors of these cities, New York, Chicago, they were warned. They were warned, but they want to be sanctuary cities, right? Now all of a sudden you got all of these migrants in their city, all these illegals in their city. Now they like, yo, we can't sustain. We can't sustain. We gotta cut the police force budget. We gotta cut the fire department budget. We gotta cut this budget, that budget, just to feed these people. Meanwhile, the citizens of those, the actual citizens of those states, are suffering. You see, Chicago, they going at the mayor's neck. They going at the governor's neck in Illinois because of the situation. They going crazy, yo. Check out your boy right here. Check out your boy right here. He was the fucking poster boy for we're gonna make this shit work.
The technical support that we receive from the federal government, we appreciate that. Work authorization to put people on a pathway to sustainability, I certainly appreciate that. And without real significant investment from our federal government, it won't just be the city of Chicago that won't be able to maintain this mission. It's the entire country that is now at stake. But in no way what the state of Texas is doing is helping the cause. As much as we recognize that there are challenges, significant challenges at the border, and we do need real substantive immigration reform and policies that allow us to have a structure and a pathway to citizenship. But again, sending buses all over the state of Illinois and all over the country is reckless and, quite frankly, is dangerous. The technical support that we receive from the federal government.
They're still saying everything other than what the fuck they should be saying. We need to deport them back to their country of origin. We don't have the resources in Chicago, Brandon Johnson. You got migrants dying on the street because of the weather. But everybody trying to save face. Everybody trying to make it seem like it's, well, the dastardly Greg Abbott in Texas and blah, 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 blah. No. It's a failure everywhere. It's a failure across the board. And it starts at our southern border. That's right, Emmanuel. You hear when they say, you hear Eric Adams saying it. You hear it right here in Brandon Johnson. They're just blaming the other side. They're blaming the other side instead of doing what needs to be done on behalf of the American citizens. Instead of making a hard decision. No, they ain't ready for that Chicago winter. Get fucking below zero in Chicago. It'd be like 6 degrees outside. But we don't have the resources. And when we don't have the resources and the resources start running scarce, what you think's going to happen? What you think's going to happen in New York, right? When resources get low and the haves and the have-nots don't have anything. False flag, eh? What you think's gonna happen, huh? When the citizens of Chicago and those underprivileged areas, who getting their resources stolen from them to accommodate these illegals, they're gonna start getting desperate and they're gonna start getting savage. Well, how about the illegals that's on the street? They ain't got, because they don't have enough facilities to house them. So the illegals that's on the street that's freezing in the cold, they gonna get desperate. And what they gonna do? That survival instinct's gonna kick in. That survival instinct's gonna kick in, and we're gonna have problems. You're going to have the people of Chicago, the people of New York hating the illegal immigrants. You're going to have the illegal immigrants doing B&Es. They're going to be robbing people. They got to survive. It's going to be chaos. All because everybody want to point the finger and not lift the finger to make this fucking problem go away. The hot girl mayor. Who the fuck is the hot girl mayor? Is that the chick that was trying to be a dictator in her town? Loki says it's legally an act of war. Of course, it's definitely all being done on purpose. I've said it before, guys. I've said it before. They got to crash the system, right? In order to put their new system in, they got to crash the system first. And I'm not even mad at the immigrants. I'm not even mad at the illegals. They were told to come. Joe Nicholslick told them to come. I'm going to allow 11 million. I'm going to allow access to citizenship to 11 million illegal immigrants. He said that shit. He told them to come. He invited this shit. Are you serious? Yo, send me a link. It's nonsensical to me. But that's what's going to happen. People get desperate, yo. The cities are going to run out of resources. We already see New York trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. New York and Chicago are pulling resources from the police department, the fire department, public works, just to house people. And they still can't house everybody. So the ones they can't house are going to start getting desperate, and they're going to start robbing and stealing and breaking in. And the people in the cities, in the towns, ain't going to have that shit, and they going to fucking fight back. You thought crime was bad in Chicago now? Just wait. We in fucking December now. It's cold now. Wait till middle of January, February. Wait till that Jussie Smollett weather hit. Tiffany Haynard. I'm gonna look her up in a second. This shit crazy, man. Schoon got a point. Fucking resources run low. People get desperate. And people about to learn the fucking hard way. All because their elected officials don't want to fucking sack up and do what they got to do to rectify this situation. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. You want to donate to the channel? $ CannonHotep on Cash App. That's $ CannonHotep on Cash App. I really appreciate it, guys. Every little bit of money goes back into the channel. Like, for example, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can pull it into the screen. Let me see if I can't get it in the... Let's do this real quick. So, for example, right? I kind of can see it. Right here, right? Boom. You can see it right here. Boom. Me and my brother, we did a stream on Christmas Eve. We had some technical difficulties because compatibility with a mic. So your donations on Christmas Eve went toward a brand new microphone. So when I have people sit in or whatever, we can talk. For example, check it out. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you can even hear me. Can y'all hear me? One in the chat if y'all can hear me. I think you should be able to hear me. Testing. I can talk through here. You feel me? There we go. We'll get it worked out. You see. Oh, it's probably because I didn't have it turned up. There we go. We'll get it worked out. You know what I mean? But yeah, there we go. You can hear it now. But we'll get it all set up. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. It works. We can use the soundboard and all that other good shit. I just had it turned down too low. That's why y'all couldn't hear me. Turn it back down all the way. Rudy with the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, Rudy. Go back to my one-on-one. You better spend my super chats on ammo can. Hey yo, so my father hit me up before the stream and was like, "Hey, you going when you going to Pennsylvania? I need you to pick me up some more 308." So I'm gonna be getting some more ammo soon, and then one of my homeboys for Christmas, yo, blessed me for real with 1,000 rounds of 9. So, hey, like I said, guys, be ready to kit up. Cannon and handgun, is that my brother? Is that my brother name? Gonna call him little handgun? That is funny. We'll call it Cannon and 22. Oh man, that is funny. Handgun Hotep. That is funny. But yeah, guys, I think a lot of people are underestimating the potential for some real civil unrest to happen simply behind this whole immigration issue. Like I said, keep your head on the swivel and be prepared, especially if you live in these cities that they want to make sanctuary cities. It's like my hat was all fucked up. Still feel like it's fucked up. Damn. It's these fucking headphones anyway. Let me see. Just keep your head on the swivel, y'all. Keep your head on the swivel. Where we at? 1 second, y'all. So check this shit out. This is from Libs of TikTok. It says the idea of there just being two genders, man and woman, was invented by white people and is rooted in colonization.
White.
Let's hear what this kid has to say.
White people ruined most of everything. Before Europeans colonized the globe, thousands of indigenous peoples acknowledged and celebrated multiple gender identities as part of their culture. Not only did Europeans spread religion to get others to convert to their ideologies, but the idea of the gender man and woman was also a European ideology. That was one of the tools of the colonization process. And then men and women became the standardized gender identity as what we now know today.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Bruh. What? What? I swear, parents, if your kid come back from his first semester of college and he talking like this, just fucking unenroll him and save your money. Unenroll him and save your money and put him in a nice community college. Indigenous people celebrated multiple genders, is what he just said. That's what this kid just said. The kid with the fucking, like he put fucking hydrogen peroxide in his hair and bleached his hair. His fucking voice sound like he's on fucking puberty blockers. He ain't lived life. He ain't even got a fucking, he got like 2 strands of chin hair. Oh my gosh, bro. It's two genders, period, full stop. That's it. It's man and woman. Male and female. Gender and sex is the same fucking word. I'm tired of hearing people talk about gender and sex have two different meanings. No, the fuck it doesn't. When I grew up, gender and sex meant the same thing. Gender was just a nice way of saying sex. Instead of somebody saying, what's your sex, they would say, what's your gender? Gender and sex mean the same thing. Gender is just a nicer word than sex. In order for your little punk ass to be born, your daddy had to bust a nut in your mother. Your daddy ain't bust a nut in a fucking horse. Or he didn't bust a nut in another dude. Pause. He let one off in your mother, and 9 months later, here come your little lispy ass. You trying to identify as a dragon? Are you a male dragon or a female dragon? Even in the animal kingdom, it's male and female. It's too much. And this is what these people... It's what these kids go to school for. They go to school to get indoctrinated and taught this nonsense, and they come out speaking matter-of-factly like this shit has some kind of it's like this shit is rooted in some kind of truth. Rooted in some kind of fact. What's up, Jason? This shit is crazy. It's only going to get worse. Please stay in your kids' ears. See what they learning at school, because they trying to. The one thing that me and my family did agree on is the agenda to get rid of the woman. The one thing we did agree on at that table was the agenda to get rid of the woman and to blur, gender norms, to blur the lines of gender and sex. And they teaching the kids younger and younger and younger because we're too old. We're already stuck in our ways. With the exception of some outliers that want to be in the fucking inn, they going after our kids because young impressionable minds, you can mold them. That kid, what you think? He about 17, 18 maybe, if that. Loki says you should hear what they talk about on the buses. I'm in a smaller town, and it's wild what they're teaching them. I guarantee it. Like, I remember that I was covering a story where in California, they teaching kids in like pre-K and kindergarten. They showing them videos like it's okay to touch yourself. It feels good. Have at it. Like, what? They're trying to blur those lines. Remember, guys, there was a point in time where, and it's still trying to do it, where the guardian don't have to consent to anything in the doctor's office. They want to give the minor agency over themselves. Shit is nuts. This shit is crazy. There are multiple genders. I'm tired of it, yo. It's just crazy. My 9-year-old knows better than that. I might have to put him in the soundboard talking about, you sus, bruh. This shit is crazy, yo. And this is what they're teaching these kids. And these kids coming out thinking they're smarter. They're thinking they know better. These kids ain't lived life not one time. Montoya said a lot of Californians are fighting the unified school districts. They should. What up, Jay? Hold up, I got you, bro. Jay Pylon in the building.
What's good, Cannon? What's good, chat? How's everyone living tonight?
Can't complain, yo. We listened to this crazy kid talk about there's multiple genders and that all of the indigenous people back in the day were celebrating multiple genders. It's fucking nuts, bro.
What? Back in the day they was doing this?
I have no faith in the next generation. I really don't. I don't.
Man, I thought they said Generation Alpha was taking over.
Oh, they take it. Oh, I hope not. I swear, I hope not. So y'all got some snow?
We need more Hotep children out there.
We do. We need more Hotep children. We need Hotep schools. Umar Johnson slacking. He need to get his school made. My man King Randall knocked that shit out in no time.
How's King Randall doing lately? I haven't seen.
He's still doing his thug dizzle, man. He's still out here.
I need to check up on it. I haven't been over there on Twitter in a minute.
Changing kids and making their lives better.
The dynamics of the office room aren't set up for it. I'll show you what I mean real quick. Like, see this? I don't know if you ever can see.
With that laptop?
I got a laptop, right?
Uh-huh.
Amongst like 5 others. There's some workstations too. Okay. So, a jump from one thing to another where it has the passwords or the different stuff that I can get into on it. So that's why, like, when people try to get at me on Twitter, I'm not always on there, and they got to check the apps. We just got so much technology going, but this is for the workspace. This is our workspaces nowadays, though, right?
Yeah.
The at-home environment. I'm surprised that you're not completely at home just yet.
I wish I was fucking completely at home, but I mean, I got my job is a little more involved, so like I can do a lot of remote things, but then like with me specifically, like because I'm at the marine terminal, I'm at the port, right, a lot. So yeah. I deal with a lot of printers as well as like computers. So if a printer go down, I can't remote that shit. I got to actually fix it. You know what I mean? However, if a printer did go down, it wouldn't be nothing for me to leave the house and go, But yeah, I'm not remote. I would love to be remote. Why not? Come on down here to my nice studio and work from this computer and shoot the breeze like I did this morning. Not from here, but at my office. You know what I mean? Right.
Hilarious. Like you'll be streaming like 10 hours a day. Come on, and Cannon have a stream going, and then he's gonna be like, hold up, stream. I gotta unlock this person's computer. I'll be right back.
I got 3 monitors. I can knock that shit right out. Exactly. Montoya says my job is more hands-on in some cases. I would love to work from home. My wife been working from home since 2020.
Yeah, they're moving all these jobs over to the at-home environment, especially what I've been doing, the Obamacare.
Yeah.
I'm a licensed Obamacare agent, and, vast majority of our people are all at home now, all got the office environments.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Most of us. You need any Obamacare?
Yeah, I think I'm good on the Obamacare, Jay.
How you feel about $1 million life insurance policy? Talk to me after the show. I got some programs to go over with you.
I do need to get better life insurance. Maybe. Let's see.
I see we're jumping on the what's his name? The workout again. The workout.
Yeah.
Grind. Yeah. Salute to Emmanuel and Sauce and everyone else that's doing the thing. We're gonna get right for 2024 before it all ends. before the stuff hit the fan, we're gonna look right.
HJ tonight talking about, I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm working out. He said he gonna put on some muscle just in case he got to fight 18 Juans and 3 Chavez's off.
Man, they're shipping them like we showed that video. They're shipping them in from all over the place. They got Jackie Chan. They got Jet Li. Everybody's coming through.
Yeah, you gotta be nimble. You gotta be on your toes. You gotta have that stamina. You gotta be able to duck and weave. God damn it. You know what I mean?
Charles Bronson.
Yeah,
Bring them all.
Bring all the motherfuckers, goddamn it. Let's get it, goddamn it.
Hey, Biden seen Eddie Gordo and he sent him packing when Eddie Gordo showed up. They brought the horses and the whips out on Eddie Gordo last time.
Yeah, exactly. Start stretching it out, guys. Pause. Start stretching, goddamn it.
Welcome to Hotep's Been Told to After Dark. Start stretching it out.
No, I'm not. So yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not in the union. I do IT. I'm contracted to the Maryland Port Administration. I'm not a longshoreman or nothing like that. Them longshoremen be getting that money.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That longshore money.
Yeah, they do. I be seeing the cars be pulling up. I'm like, damn.
I'll pull up in my Jag.
I need to learn how to drive a fucking operate a fucking crane at the port. Shit.
The crazy thing about those cranes though is the crane accidents, right? The yearly, like, the wind starts blowing and those cranes go flying. I saw that was it last year in Chicago? They had 3 deaths out of that or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yo, my first.
Yeah, those cranes. Those crane operations are no joke.
No joke. No, I'm not 1099. I actually work for a company that I'm contracted to the state with. So I'm contracted to the state through another company. But my first couple of months there, this dude got ran over by a train at the port. Yo, that shit was crazy.
Oh, that's sick. And I seen something like that a long time ago.
I had to watch the fucking footage because they couldn't open it, and I had to go and open that shit. And like, you didn't see it, but you seen him fall. So it was one of the train cars that was moving. I guess the train might have been backing up. It was a flatbed, like one of the train cars, and he just fucking, like, he just leaned over. I don't know if he like passed out or something. Come, how the fuck he fall? But he fell over. But where he was at was like, if he fell, he was right at the fucking wheel. So it was nothing you could do. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's rough.
That shit was rough, bro. I was like, jeez.
I was at a plane crash before. Have you witnessed a plane crash before?
I have not.
So my dad, this is back in the day, my dad was like, let's go to this air show. And I said, all right, let's go to this air show. Now, you know that I'm spiritual, right? So I was a little baby child, and something kept telling me, don't get near that plane. It's getting ready to explode. It's getting ready to go down. And I was like, nah, Dad, I'm not getting anywhere near that plane. That plane's about to blow up today. It's about to go down. I'm staying far away from it. And my dad was like, oh, come on, son, let's go up there and check it out. Look in the cockpit. Because when my dad after he retired from the military, he became a pilot. Just his own plane. He owns his own plane and stuff like that. So I was like, let's stay back from it. So it was one of those 2-seater jets, like the Top Gun style ones.
Oh, okay.
It was a two-seater spot. And it went up and did some like little loop-de-loop or something, came straight down and blew the heck up. I was like, we were way back in the little audience. It was at the air show. But you could feel like the heat. And in the moment, man, I promise, in the moment, as it was crashing, it was like those videos that you see that go in slow motion. Like, I was feeling like you could see people start running. It just felt slow motion. I was like trying to stay back from it because you could tell what was getting ready to happen. And even as my little baby mind looking at it, I was like, well, this is it for those people in that plane. And it blew the heck up.
Justine said pilot license is a smart move. Planes are not as expensive as you may think. Rudy.
My dad's light sport aircraft was 20 something, but then you have to do a whole ton of schooling now, especially after that day in September. You gotta do back-to-back schooling. You gotta have the what is it called? Not the inspectors. Inspectors come out like every 6 months now, or something like that.
Yeah.
And so you have to have everything up to check, even on your little airplane, even if it's just your personal airplane for out back in the field or something like that. You got to have them come out, look at the light, check all the dials and everything.
Man, you serious?
It's real technical. Yeah, they went all out. They want to make sure that that's not going down anymore. Nobody's taking any.
I always wanted to learn a helicopter.
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna be taking any of the way they got it set up right now. If they say somebody took it everyone, even from the aviation thing, is gonna be like, man, get the heck out of here, because you have to go through so much stuff right this second. The background checks is crazy. The amount of time, it's like the hours that you have to spend in the cockpit and all that other stuff. I was like, shoot. And my dad was talking about, you want to get up in the plane, son, and fly around? I was like, heck no, pops, I'm not doing that. I'm good.
Emmanuel said, if your dad owns a plane, you're Langley.
Man, I mean, that's something he always wanted to do, was own his own plane. I'm not getting up in no airplanes. I'm staying down here on the ground where I feel good over here on the ground.
Yeah, no, I've never seen an airplane crash. I don't think I ever want to see an airplane crash. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Yo, it was really intense. I was like, told my mom, I guess must be this Holy Spirit talking to me, because I wasn't wanting to get anywhere near a plane that I knew was getting ready to explode. And I told Dad that several times, and then it happened.
Jay out there, early edition.
Yeah, and it was I don't know what they call those back in the day. That was like the F-16 or something like that.
The Harrier jet that Pepsi never paid out.
It wasn't that advanced. This was back in like 1972 or something like that.
Oh, so it probably was the F-16. Why is George Floyd trending right now?
Is he?
Oh yeah, he's trending. I don't know why though. I see that Tucker did something on Derek Chauvin.
They did what? Did they do something to him?
Well, Derek Chauvin got stabbed up in prison.
And you know how many times?
22 times.
How many?
22 times.
They've been running that number like crazy. That's why I was like, they keep on bringing up 22. Like, does it? But look, listen though.
One of the great moral
atrocities. They counted the number of holes in his body 22 times. They said that was 22 holes, 22 of them holes.
Wait a minute,
we found one on the 22.
We found one on the wrist. You ain't see that. It's 22. Goddamn it.
See, that's why I'm saying that's gematria that they pull with the news media telling us this crazy stuff about. When it seems like it's so convoluted and people don't believe it, but that's how they pull stunts. Like, every single time, like, they're just like, they will round up, they'll go out of their way to round up the deaths of like somebody just to make the thing, like, it'll say 18 people died, but it'll say nearly 22 people died yesterday, and it'll be like, what the heck are they rounding up to 22 for? It was 18. So yeah, they're doing that stuff on purpose to get to those specific numbers.
So where we at now? So look, check it out. So Tucker, I guess he did something on this whole Derek Chauvin thing. Let's see what he's talking about.
One of the great moral atrocities in the last several years is taking place right before us, and very few are remarking upon it. And it has to do with Derek Chauvin. He's the Minneapolis cop who became famous Memorial Day 2020 when George Floyd died. Chauvin is now serving 21 years in federal prison for murder, for killing George Floyd. The problem is he did not murder George Floyd, and we know that conclusively because the medical examiner who performed the autopsy on George Floyd confirmed he was not asphyxiated, he was not choked to death. He most likely died of a drug OD. He had fatal levels of fentanyl in his system, and that's been known for some time, though again, ignored. Ignored to the extent that, well, Derek Chauvin was convicted of murder and sent to prison.
Now, Tucker got a point, right? We covered this a couple of weeks ago. We looked at the coroner's report. He had a shit ton of fentanyl in the system. He had a shit ton of methamphetamine in his system and some other shit that I've never heard of. We also heard him say, and I've heard it in the beginning, like when this shit was really going down, that he was like he ate too many drugs. We also know that the one of the passengers in the car, not the girl, but the other guy, the guy was like, oh, he's just taking me to get my laptop. That was his drug dealer. That was his pusher man. That's the guy who I'm assuming that George Floyd ate the drugs for on the traffic stop. And, caused the OD. So Tucker has a point, right? So let's keep listening.
And then on November 24th of this year, right after Thanksgiving, Chauvin was stabbed 22 times by another inmate with an improvised knife. Now, the man who stabbed him is a known FBI informant. Derek Chauvin is now out of the hospital and back in Tucson. He is alive.
That's right. Dude was an informant. That stabbed Derek Chauvin up. Thought that was very interesting. He was an informant who only had 3 years left on his sentence. An informant that was doing some wet work for the FBI back in the day, which got him in jail in the first place. He didn't talk to nobody till the FBI got there, then waived his Miranda rights and his right to a lawyer once the FBI showed up after the stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting, guys, under some really interesting circumstances. Manuel said, was it Ray Epps? That is funny. Now, I've told you guys, I said, look, Derek Chauvin ain't killed George Floyd. Them drugs killed George Floyd. I think George Floyd ate the drugs for the drug dealer that was in the car. Those drugs were at the end of George Floyd. However, I feel like there was police negligence on all those police parts.
I think they did it on purpose.
What? Like
I thought the whole thing was because of the $20 bill money laundering thing, because those two knew each other. Chauvin knew
they didn't know
Floyd.
each other. You're right. Now the whole money laundering thing, I don't know if that was ever substantiated.
Established.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of that. I think it was gossip. I don't know. It could be.
I'm going with the money laundering story.
However, we do know is that guy was a drug dealer. We do know that guy allegedly he had some drugs on him, and I think George Floyd ate them drugs. So we heard George Floyd say, "I ate too many drugs." We heard him say it. I heard him say it, at least. Not that the one I played from the Facebook thing from the trial. I actually heard it in the actual footage when the police department released the rest of the body cam footage that showed George Floyd in the back of the police car. He was the one that put himself on the ground. However, there was a lot of police negligence. And if anything, Chauvin and the other 4 officers are guilty of police negligence when it came to that. Also, we know that the ambulance went to the wrong corner store. And now that I say this shit, it might be fucking on purpose, Jay. How the fuck you go to the wrong corner store and it take 20 minutes to get to the other one?
It was 22 minutes.
22 minutes. Was it 22 minutes for real?
I thought so. And then it was 8 minutes
20.
of him on the ground, wasn't it?
And it was 8 minutes of him on the ground before he succumbed to whatever the fuck happened.
And they were near a trash can that had the number 6 on it.
Yeah.
So you telling me all that's just coincidence?
Right.
Maybe it is, but it seems like the universe is talking through all of it. It seems like it seems like it was an event that was like planned out, played out, subjected to happen. Whether it be the powers that be or Satan, I don't know which one, but something went down that day. Because it had to.
Not to mention, if I cut off your carotid artery,
yeah,
you're sleeping. You're down. You're down within 10 seconds. If I cut off your carotid artery.
Yeah, like the UFC choke.
And it's right here. So if Chauvin had his knee on his neck and on that carotid artery, he should have been out in seconds, not 8 minutes, or however many minutes before he stopped talking and he actually was down.
Yeah, that's a lot of duress.
I think that George Floyd ate too many drugs. He said he ate too many drugs, and he knew that he ate too many drugs, and he knew he was dying.
Why couldn't they have just bought him his bag of chips and his Coke?
Yeah, or maybe
somebody should have just
tried some Narcan.
Somebody shouldn't have just not even called the police in the first place.
Tried some Narcan. I'm just saying, but maybe they were trying to get rid of him. Who knows?
It does sound like they were trying to. It sounded like it was a purposeful event from the way it feels like.
Hey, when this big black boy come in this store, since we see he frequents this place, you call us and you let us know.
That's a good point, Cannon. No, that's a real good point, because usually you know who comes and goes. You had to have seen him pull these stunts before with the fake 20 or whatever to even recognize, because half the time you're not even looking for something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Half the time you're not even looking for that.
You'd have caught that shit immediately. You catch the fake 20 immediately.
You caught that beforehand. Nah, they didn't catch this at the same time they did that.
And you wait for him to leave to call the police. Yeah, somebody just gave me a fake 20. No, you did a little fucking check and go, yo, this shit ain't real.
You're right, Cannon.
Hey.
More we look, deeper we look at it, the more we see that it's not what they spelling out.
We on our Sherlock Holmes shit over here, guys.
Like, but to me, it's just logical thinking. But I know we're also trying to see things, with the Kufion type.
Yeah,
but it's just like,
but you got to be logical about it. Not everything is a conspiracy, but sometimes
it is. But then you're over there at the corner store. You see the dude every day, like you would know. But why would you call them? Why did you call the police on him at this point in particular? Right. Did somebody else remind you to do that?
Right. I'm just saying, hey, when he comes in here, you make sure you give us a call.
Whole thing was demonic. Whole thing.
Like Hopkins says, is theater.
Yeah.
Live.
The Archon spirits
Erickson
are behind
is
this.
His lawyer and joins us.
That's them dream demons.
This case, Mr. Erickson, thank you so much.
So he got Chauvin's lawyer. Maybe we'll get an update on Chauvin because we don't even know if he survived the stabbing, right? I'm assuming he survived the stabbing if his lawyer's on here, right?
If that stabbing even did happen.
If the stabbing happened.
Because stabbing
might have been a way to get
this man jacked up.
The stabbing might have been a way. No, the stabbing might have been a way to get Chauvin out of that prison and
for intel. Let's download. Let's download and let's remind him how he needs to keep his mouth closed so we can make everything go away about this money laundering operation.
Yeah, just hey.
We're on point. This episode getting taken down.
Thank you for having us on.
First of all, how is your client? And if you don't mind, news reports haven't said very much about what exactly happened. Would you tell us what you know?
Well, I can tell you what we know, and it's not a tremendous amount. The only first-hand reports I'm getting are from his family. Even though my partner Bill Mormon and I are his attorneys for his appeal and for perhaps some post-trial activities.
Today, Junior,
we attempted to contact the Tucson Federal Institution on numerous occasions and were rebuffed. My partner Bill Mormon has a contact at the prison that he had been working with throughout the appeal to get a hold of Derek for various things. And basically, after the stabbing, he went dark. What we do know, and this is from the family.
May I interrupt you? Is a prison allowed to prevent an inmate in the middle of an appeals process from speaking to his lawyers? I didn't know that was legal.
No, and they're not. They're not allowed to keep him. But they didn't keep him from my partner
shut him up,
the
Jay.
appeal process. It was really only after the stabbing that basically the family and the lawyers were shut out for a period of over 48 hours. And so what we know is from Derek reporting to his family members about what happened. Basically, he was in the law library, and how he was allowed to be in the law library with other prisoners, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the inner workings of federal prison, but I would think that somebody as high profile as Derek probably shouldn't be allowed to be in there unsupervised. But he was in there, supposedly unsupervised, and another inmate with an improvised knife attacked him from behind and stabbed him 22 times.
They trying to get rid of him, yo. He knows some shit, bro. He knows some stuff. They gotta get him out of there. They cannot let him appeal and get out of jail. He gonna go on a fucking tell-all fucking what's it called? Media, whatever you call it, a media run. They can't let that shit happen. They cannot let that shit happen. His lawyer can't even get a hold of him, Jay. His lawyer can't even get a hold of him. What? Chauvin long gone. Either he dead, he went dark. They're trying to get a hold. He's in an appeals process. His lawyer's trying to get a hold of him, and the prison is saying you can't talk to him. Chauvin dead.
You think so?
Chauvin dead, or he in some kind of he's somewhere else.
Well, he wore that. What we go back to where he wore a gray suit when he went in. I don't know what was that supposed to represent. And they gave him that 22 years. They gave him 22 years in prison.
Right.
That was his sentence. Then he gets stabbed 22 times, and he rocking that gray suit. I'm just trying to see if they trying to say make a signal with him and what kind of information he had or whatever, either to tell him to keep his mouth closed or to gather information. It's kind of like that not movie, but that TV show, that reality TV show, 40 Days In or whatever, the prison show, where they send informants in. They'll send in like a group of like 4 or 5 informants into a prison, and then they'll gather information from those informants. It's a reality series. Did you ever see that?
No, I heard of it. I never watched it.
30 Days In. Oh, it's on season whatever, 4 or 5, something like that. I don't even know. I watched a couple seasons of it, and it's pretty interesting. And like the prisoners, though,
22 stabbings in the back.
It was what? I don't believe that 22. Yeah, that's awfully bizarre.
And who survives that?
Who would survive a 22 stabbing?
That's lung shots, depending on how the length of the shiv or the shank.
Emmanuel said they cloned Derek like they did Jamie Foxx.
Like, think about it, right? Even if you had a shank, let's just say you got a shank this long, right?
You're about to pull out the Crocodile Dundee, the Rambo joint that he got.
Right? Unless they gave him one, but let's just say he had some shit like this. If I stab you with this 22 times in your back, I don't think you're surviving. I feel like I'm getting you. I feel like I'm getting your lungs. You know what I mean? I'm getting a kidney. I'm getting a lot of major shit.
Well, when they went to the guy, what was his shank about? Because Descendant of Loki said it could be a toothbrush shank.
But how long is that toothbrush shank, Jay? All you need is a nice pointy edge. Toothbrush is how long is the toothbrush?
I don't know.
I
know with a lot of stabbing, you're gonna hit some. You're likely to hit some arteries with all kinds of stabbing.
This is a toothbrush I use to clean my. This is a toothbrush I use to clean my ARs. Okay, guys. All right. I don't brush. This is a toothbrush I clean my ARs with. God damn it. So imagine me just cutting the bristles off and making a point. All right, handle. That's about the same length as the knife on my Wilson.
Blade thing.
Yeah. So boom, boom, boom.
Loki said it'd be a 1.5 inch tip.
Boom, boom. That's still lungs, yo. That's still lungs.
Yeah, well, I would say that you could cut some artery in the process with all that stabbing. It would seem like
right, or you get him in the neck a couple times. We don't know where he got hit at.
Yeah.
You don't need a whole lot to hit the artery in the neck. I'm reenacting the events. I'm just saying, yo.
Put Jay and Cannon on the next OJ trial or something like that.
Right?
We break everything down.
Yeah, we play by play.
And he come around from the side, he grab him like this.
ESPN 8 the Ocho. It just don't make sense, Jay. I'm just saying. It don't make sense. He dead, yo. He's dead. Chauvin is dead. And if he ain't dead, we ain't gonna see him no more. We ain't gonna hear from him no more. Unless it's somebody that look kind of sort of like him, maybe.
Right. It was Colonel Mustard in the library.
So if I was you guys, I would study what Derek Chauvin looks like in the Googles. And then when Derek Chauvin resurfaces, see if that's really that motherfucker. Because right now, his lawyer hasn't seen him. And Descendant Loki, right, yo, he looked scared as shit. The lawyer did.
Well, he was just nervous being on with a legendary figure. Like Tucker Carlson,
the lawyer,
you know what I'm saying?
He got to fucking speak in front of judges every day. He should not be nervous.
He's shy.
Yeah, okay, he's shy, all right. Fucking knife shy, gun shy. Goddamn it, that's what he's shy about. It just don't make sense. I haven't seen my. He got depositions. He got appeals. I haven't seen my client. I haven't heard from him. I contact the prisons and they like, you can't talk to him. Derek Chauvin is fucking. He cold. Or he either no longer with us or he's somewhere else. But we ain't gonna see Derek Chauvin anymore. And like I said, go on Google, Look at him. See what he look like. Man, let's pull that motherfucker up right now.
They're gonna change him. I gotta send you this little thing real quick too.
Okay.
It's just some craziness.
All right, guys, here we go. Right here. Look at this dude. Fresh Mike with the super chat, $5. I appreciate. Oh shit, my bad. Wrong one. Happy New Year, fam. Smoke one on me. Oh man, the way my fucking week's been, I need a little hit. But I digress. Oh man. All right, let me see what we got here, Jay. Okay, give me 1 second. Got it. Anyway, get rid of this. What the fuck is this? Keep using my password. Anyway, so there you go, guys. Derek Chauvin's right there. That's what he looks like, allegedly. Look at these other pictures over there to the right of you. Okay, that's Derek Chauvin. Okay, anybody else pop up not looking like this? Guess what? It ain't Derek Chauvin. All right. Matter of fact, he barely looked like fucking Derek Chauvin. He barely looked like this dude. What the fuck? They don't even look alike, do they, Jay?
I thought you said all white people look like.
No, you said I said all white people look alike.
Oh, my bad. Nah, it looks like him to me.
It looks like him to you? Look at
mostly.
This shit. All right. Even in the, I need to pull up the police shit. Here we go. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing though who they come back and say this is Derek.
All right, y'all see him. Y'all gotta just fucking put it in your fucking screenshot this. Screenshot it. Goddamn it. I'm just saying. The man who said that motherfucker is not real.
That's what I was thinking. It feels like that, doesn't it? They're out here cloning people.
The attorney tapping out, packing up his belongings. He probably is. His ass is on his way the fuck out of there. He is on the first thing smoking.
What'd they do with the other three jokers, though?
Justine said they can't deny contact with attorneys. That's right, unless he is incapacitated. What'd you say, Jay?
I said, what did they do with those other three jokers?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they got a slap on the wrist. I don't know if they got any jail time or what. I would assume since they were all complicit in it, like, because he wasn't the only person.
Them three.
Yeah, he wasn't the only person. He wasn't the only person on Floyd. These three dudes was on his back. So I'm sorry, these two was on his back, and he was the one that was like, "Stay back, stay back, stay back." Like, he didn't have any physical contact with Floyd, but these two was on his legs and his back. Just, I don't know. I mean, I guess they got on they got on the same uniform that maybe they got some time. I don't know. A man said he don't think they got charged. I don't think they did either. I don't think they got charged. I don't think if they did, I don't think they got what Chauvin got. Chauvin was a sacrifice.
Sacrificial lamb.
Loki said they got him in a med coma and ready to pull the plug after it blows over.
Shoot.
Telling you. Shit.
They got him over there on that Ep Island, chilling with Ep.
Who knows? Why he said these straight scrolls.
Did you take a look at that article, rushed to the presses by the root? Bring that up on the screen.
Oh, is that the one you just sent me?
Yeah, take a look at this and tell me this isn't written by AI.
Let's check this shit out.
Read the headline right there.
Opinion. Is GHE public tired of TD Jakes or the black church? What the fuck
is this?
What is that?
The Root put that out right 2 hours.
Somebody talked that into their fucking iPhone, and the iPhone fucked it up.
That was using ChatGPT articles over there at the Root.
Is the public tired of TD Jakes or the black church? They supposed to have a comma after TD Jakes. That shit's not there.
The whole thing is just garbage.
What the fuck? The Root need a new editor. What? Hey, yo. It's gotta be. TD Jakes need to have 6 fingers. Chad GBT. I don't think Chad GBT would have made this mistake. Is the public title TD Jakes of the Black Church? Here they go demonizing the church though.
I say this the angle that I got out of it is that they are demonizing the Black church, not the. It goes right back into they put the Black church, not the Christian church, not the Church of Jesus. The Black church specifically. They're demonizing Black people going to church, and Black people, not TD Jakes in particular, but just Black folks. And at the same time, if they're gonna get behind whatever, if this even happened, right, with TD Jakes and one of these other dudes or whatever, then that goes against their message of shaming that type of lifestyle. I mean, it would be hypocritical on TD Jakes' part, but that goes against their secularist agenda narrative that they've been pushing all these years.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with Andrew Gillum and his special parties. Well, if it's nothing wrong with Andrew Gillum and his special parties, and he was so brave, then why are you attacking TD Jakes? Well, there's an element to it. They want to take down the Black church, which is, come on, it's the church.
Monique said TD Jakes going through it like Eddie Long. I remember I used to hear Eddie Long. Bishop Eddie Long was always on Ricky Smiley morning show. I think it was like every morning or every Friday? No, it might have been every Monday. I think it was every Monday morning. He was on Ricky Smiley morning show doing like the message, right? And he used to go in there with his son sometimes too.
Right.
And I remember I was like, yo, Eddie Long he be spitting them facts, and then boom. He get got for diddling. He get got because he had like a whole relationship with some dude when he was 14 in the church. That dude came out. My father said he always knew it was something up with Eddie Long though. My father said, I'm sitting there wondering why you got them little tight ass shirts up there in the pulpit. He's like, I already knew. He said I thought he was just banging all the women in the church. I was just wrong about his preference. I was like, damn, Dad. He's like, yeah, I'm just saying. He's like, TD Jakes been compromised. That's what my father said. My father's a reverend. And he was like, yo, TD Jakes been compromised, yo. He was like, and Eddie Long, he was like, this shit crazy. Oh my gosh, yo, that shit is crazy. Rudy said TD Jakes is innocent. I hope so.
Who said that?
Rudy the vet.
Rudy the vet is saying that TD Jakes is innocent.
He said TD Jakes is innocent.
Really?
I honestly, I hope he is, yo. I really do hope that TD Jakes is innocent. He's one of the old. I mean, he's one of the old school preachers that's been around that a lot of people put their faith in. I mean, you're not supposed to worship your pastor. You're not supposed to worship a man
or false idols.
Right? You're supposed to worship God. You're not supposed to look at your fucking pastors and your reverends as rock stars. That's just not how it's supposed to happen.
They're just supposed to be the messengers.
Yeah, they're just supposed to be the messengers. That's it. Right? People idolize this man, however, and I think if they find out that he out here fucking doing poppers and taking them pause, that it's going to fuck up a lot of people that he's probably helped and shit like that as far as their life. What Dave Chappelle say? He rapes but he saves. Jeez.
It go back to the element of that mega church, the lifestyle that comes with it. This is, man, the poppers out here are supposed to be getting all the help, but the pastor take a lot. The pastor in a lot of these spots are taking a lot, and it's not every pastor out here. A lot of hard work is being done by the churches out here, by this congregation, by certain members, just taking it upon themselves. So, shout out to my mom. She's always out here with the homeless. She prayed with them. She bring them a meal. We need more people out there like my mom's doing the Lord's work for real. But you get to these spots where they have the mega churches and they have the Rolexes and the Learjet and the Rolls Royces pulling up. They really did. They robbing the congregation, robbing from God's people.
Yeah, I agree. Montoya says TD Jakes has been compromised for a while. Loki says idol worship is the worst sin. Rudy says, bro, it's a game to destroy. Look at how many people have been falsely me too. I see where you're coming from with it, Rudy. I do see where you're coming from, right? Because I always say it. I say, how do you just, like, you know, somebody that's got a big voice, right? You know what I mean? That has the voice of the people. What do you got to do? You got to destroy their character, right? You gotta discredit them in the court of public opinion. You got to destroy their character. I mean, I don't know why you would want to destroy TD Jakes. I guess do you try to destroy the pillars of the black church in order to destroy the black church? We know that there are Christian. They want to get rid of Christians. They want to get rid of the Bible. They want to get rid of religion. Right? Is that how you do it? But at the same time, like Montoya said, like my dad said, my father was like, yo, he been compromised. He said, look at what he said about gay marriage and relationships. Said that he's evolving on the issue now. TDJ said he's evolving on the issue of gay marriage and same-sex marriage now, which is interesting. But he's not the only pastor or black pastor that's quote-unquote evolving on that issue. You see a lot of churches doing that now. And I argue to say that a lot of these churches are out here doing that now because they don't want to lose their congregation. They don't want to lose that tithing money. You know what I mean? If they're not politically correct. Hell, these churches out here nowadays don't even talk about Revelations no more. There's no more. I don't know if there's even. I don't even know if there's any Old Testament church anymore.
Right.
You know,
well, it's the biblical. It says in the latter days, people will just want to hear happy stories only, right? Mm-hmm. It's biblical. A latter days, and I'll go look up that verse real quick when we get back to it so I can say it correctly. But it's like idiocracy, right? It's like we're dumbing it down. Even with the cell phones, like last night we were watching the movie. And in the movie, this 1920s flapper, it was on Hallmark. This 1920s flapper comes out, and she's like, here's what I need you to say, because she was cool with F. Scott Fitzgerald, the writer of The Great Gatsby. She was like, here's what I need you to say to your beau. In regards, my dearest, how I felt last night. And the girl just clicks a picture of a coffee cup and sends it to the dude. And I was just like, here, I'm already done. And she's like, you wrote all that? And she's like, no, I just sent this picture out. I was just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you just sending a picture out instead of writing, being poetic and being romantic? I was like, because it's the dumbing down of society, the fast pacedness of it, the technology of it, and the demoralization too. Our empathy levels are going down too. We're desensitized to everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Celestine prophecy. If you read that book, it talks about it. I've referenced that book quite a few times. I mean, it talks about it, right? The unrealistic expectations on society and people. You know what I mean? But like, I get what you're saying. It's just crazy. I think that this plays into the agenda. I'm not saying that TD Jakes is innocent. I'm not saying that he's guilty. I don't know. I know that he refused to, what'd he say? He said that I'm not going to use my platform in the pulpit of God to address a lie. And he just left it at that. And some people look at it like, well, kind of saying that you fucking did it. He's not trying to rebut these allegations. But it also says, well, I never said that I didn't. I just said I'm not going to address it. You know what I mean? It's like that play on words. I don't know. I hope it's not true. I really do, because that's a stain on the black church. Eddie Long was already a stain on the black church. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, what's the dude that's in Atlanta that used to be here in Baltimore now? What the fuck is his name? His wife was even on one of them Real Housewives or whatever. I can't think of his fucking name. Anyway, but yeah, he got 1 million kids all over the fucking place. All these different baby mothers. I remember my sister told me that one of the women one of the teachers at our school was a baby mother, and she wasn't getting no child support from Jamal Bryant. Thanks, Heather. Jamal Bryant. His father had to sit him down at his own church because all the shit he was doing. Then he left his church to go to Atlanta. But his ass, he had a lot of scandal behind him. You know what I mean? And now it's starting to look like, damn, it wasn't just the fucking Catholic Church. And it just plays into that agenda like, yo, church is evil. Religion is evil. Religion is debaucherous. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. And they want playing to that secularist narrative.
Yeah. It was a church here in Baltimore that it literally got struck by lightning. It literally got struck by lightning. The pastor was so corrupt. That church literally got struck by lightning. I think he took like some like building fund and he bought like a Bentley or some shit like that. And then he lied about it and the church got struck by lightning. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think the black church could take another blow. You know what I mean? Look at the LGBTQ community. They already done co-opted Black Lives Matter. That's a whole gay thing now. Anytime you see a movie or you see some kind of campaign with black people, what they got? They got a gay black man or a gay black woman.
Yeah, it's just like person. That. They're getting ready to come out with Coco Melon. The new versions of Coco Melon gonna have all that. Yeah. The little boy will be in a dress and his two daddies.
Yeah, his gay brawny man dad and his gay fucking Jamaican dad or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's happening.
That's what they want, guys. They want Sodom and Gomorrah.
Did you see that movie
Babylon?
Rebel Moon? Huh? Babylon, yeah, Babylon the Great. Did you see that movie Rebel Moon?
I did not. I started to watch it last night and then I didn't.
Oh, you didn't get to see it yet?
Nah. I started to turn it on last night, but then I just was like, nah.
Let me. Can I spoil an aspect for you?
You can spoil it all you want. I'm gonna watch it anyway.
You're gonna see it coming a mile away anyway, or at least you probably should. But there's a Hotep character that pops up in this movie. Basically, he is a Hotep character. Basically, he pops up with his sister, and he's a strong black male. And he comes walking out and he makes a little speech about going to war and protecting his people and all this, that, and the third. So in the next scene, guess what happens to him?
He died. He got killed.
He dies like in the very next scene. You see him coming out, boom, he dead.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, this is what Hollywood. But it's crazy though. This is what Hollywood has to do to the strong figures like
the strong male figures.
They're right now they're making like the strong black male characters got to get killed right away ASAP, and the male character, the white male characters, like they really don't have strong ones. They're like goofballs and like they're like a joke, you know, or the real, I don't know, they got effeminate qualities to them. They can't save the girl. They can't do this. You're gonna see all those elements in Rebel Moon.
Good Lord. See, I'm gonna check it out. I started watching it last night and I didn't. I just chilled on it.
It's real watchable though. It's real watchable because it's got really good special effects. But it's just a derivative knockoff of A Bug's Life and Star Wars.
A Bug's Life and Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a mix.
Yeah, it knocks them off because it's based on the story of the Seventh Samurai. It has this little farm, and the space farm girl runs off to go find 7 space samurai to come back and fight the Galactic Empire who wants to steal the grain from the farm.
That's crazy. Monique says we gotta get back to basics. Read and study the Bible with your family. Pray with your family at home. That's a fact. Justine says your relationship with the Most High ain't limited to 1 day a week. That's true too. Or one holiday. You got them part-time Christians. Pedophilia in the black church, incest in the black church, money laundering, political buyouts. The black church has been rotted by the ills of the world, and it has been rotted by the ills of the world for quite a while. You know what I mean? I hear more and more pastors coming out talking about their quote unquote new stance on like gay marriage and stuff like that. It's like how like why are you taking the stance? Are you really afraid to lose your congregation or your money to stand on, you know, your belief? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And it's sad. It's sad to see. It is sad to see. I'm gonna tell you that much. But I mean, hopefully this shit wrong. I hope it's just gossip now. Like I said, I never ran with the story. I didn't run with this story because the video that everybody's been showing is, I couldn't run with it because I'm like, yo, as crazy as it sound, as crazy as that story sound and as tempting it is to run with that story, I'm like, there's no evidence to substantiate those claims. It's just everything's alleged. It's alleged that Cassie has this flash drive and a burner phone from Kim Porter. Kim Porter dead, right? From Kim Porter. You know what I mean? That shit's alleged. It's alleged that it implicates TD Jakes and Tyler Perry and all this other stuff. It's alleged. It's like, now if they fucking get a hold of this shit and they put it in the fucking news and it is a thing, then okay, let's go for it. But I can't report on it. I don't want to spread no more of this, you know, oh, TD Jakes is getting his ass clapped, right? You know, I don't want to do that. And I know I said it a couple times, like on the stream yesterday, like, yo, that was like, they worried about these women on these calendars, but you're not worried about whether or not TD Jakes out here getting his cheeks clapped. You know what I mean? You don't know. You know, that's the truth you need to get down to. You need to get down to that truth. We don't know. You know what I mean? And like I said, for the sake of the black church, for the sake of a lot of people who need the black church, y'all don't understand this, right? And this goes for any religion. It's not just the black church. A lot of people go to church because they need it. They need it because if they don't have something that grounds them here, something that they belong to, a calling, they're either going to backslide into the shit that they was doing before, or they're going to fucking kill themselves.
Dang, that's rough.
And I say that because I see it. I see the drug addict who start coming to church because he got clean, and the church keeps him clean because it gives him a purpose. He joins the men's ministry or the women's ministry. He joins the choir. He joins the fucking culinary ministry. He might become a minister himself. It gives him purpose. You know what I mean? It gives the woman who might be out in the street out there tricking and all this other stuff, she come into the church, get her shit together, and she becomes, you know, something. She's accepted. The person that's got depression or anxiety who feel like they can't be here in the world because what for? Why am I here? I've seen these people. Like I said, my dad's a reverend. Not only is a reverend, he walk his walk. The way he talk is how he walk. The guys used to come over the house, they had some stories, bro. My father would invite them over on Saturdays. They sit outside, chill out, cook out or whatever, and they talk and they chop it up. You never know that these guys had the stories that they had.
Right.
You never know the ladies had the stories that they had. Most of these people that's in these churches are broken, or they were broken. Remember that. You got people that go to church because that's what they've been their whole life. You know, they grew up in the church, but you got people that come to church because they hit rock bottom and they didn't know where else to turn. And they turned to the church, and the church gave them purpose. So when you start to see your pillars fall like Eddie Long or TD Jakes or you pick one, that's just discouraging. And where does it leave those people who believe in the church? They think it's a lie. They think it was all a sham.
That's biblical too, right? The great falling away. The great falling away.
The great falling away, exactly. I fell away. COVID. My church told me I couldn't come back because I didn't have a fucking shot. Oh, you can watch it from home on the TV though. You can pay your tithes on Cash App or Zelle or Givelify. But if you don't got the vaccine, you can't come back until further notice. I fucking was like, what? Excuse my language. Talking about church, I'm cussing. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? Are you? I was asleep. I was in the bed asleep. My wife was watching the service, and I was half asleep, I'll say, because I heard what he said, and I sat up. I was like, did he just say what I thought he just said? Even she was shocked, because she hadn't taken it yet. She rewinded that shit like, yeah, he did. Talked to my best friend later. He's like, yo, I can't rock with it no more. He left. He left the church. He like, yo, I'm not giving that shit to my kids. So you telling me my kids can't come to church? He said I had to take it because of his job. His wife had to take it because of their job. They had to. They got years in. They about to retire. He like, yo, I can't mess up my retirement. But you telling me that my kids can't come back because they ain't got that shit? They was pissed. But that's right. The great falling away. You know what I mean? I forgave my church. I've been back since. But like I said, you start to see these people fall, these people that you're not supposed to put on the pedestal, but people do.
Mm-hmm.
You start to see these people fall, the people that you look up to, that do something to somebody. So that's why I hope this shit about TD Jakes ain't real. Boy, it ain't true. But boy, if it's true, it's going to break a lot of people's heart. It's going to break a lot of people down, yo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But that shit crazy. Now, when it comes to Tyler Perry now, I don't know about Tyler Perry. I always thought Tyler Perry was something wrong with him.
What is he in this Me Too now?
I don't know if he into Me Too or whatever. I heard some allegations about some shit with Tyler Perry. Also, remember when the Boondocks episode came out about when Pops went to be in the play for the fake Tyler Perry character, and at the end of it, you ain't never see it? Mm-mm. Yo, that episode is hilarious. But after that episode, I heard that Tyler Perry got so fucking mad that he fired people. He got so mad that he fired people. Emmanuel said, Cannon, we need a clip of that rant. You on point. That just came out of nowhere because I it's crazy, and I know it's gossip and it's entertainment news, and or if I guess that's what you call it, but it's like when you see and I always had this aspect on church. I look around church like sometimes my wife don't think I'll be paying attention to what the pastor talking about. Mm-hmm. I do, but I be looking around at the church. I people watch and I see people and I watch. I look at what people do. I look at what people used to be. Like it was a guy, God rest his soul, man. He was super cool, Mr. Dennis, man. He said he was an addict. He was an addict. He went to church, got his shit together. He became a social worker, yo. Helping other people get their shit together. Mm. I mean, he used to drive this clean Cadillac. You know them old players back in the day. He used to have his shirt on with the wide leg dress pants and the shoes. He had his clean black Cadillac. I would see him downtown. I would see him walk downtown because he worked downtown. But he used to be an addict. You know? One dude said he was addicted to like sex and pornography and prostitutes and some more shit. He started driving the church bus. You know what I mean?
Right.
My dad will tell you his story. My father funny. He was telling us shit. He was like, boy, back in the day, you know, he's like, I got the money to pay a bill or two, goddamn. I was like, jeez, Dad, people don't gotta hear that. But he tell a story. Everybody got a story. You know what I mean? Even if you look back in the Bible, Jesus hung with the least of these. You know what I mean? Every disciple had an issue. He hung with the killers and the murderers and the thieves. He hung with the killers and the thieves.
Oh shoot. The was it the Maccabees, right?
Yeah. The
Maccabees, they were militant. They wanted a revolution. They wanted Jesus. So Judas, right? Judas Iscariot. He was a part of that group that had that Maccabee ties to it, right? And they wanted a revolution out of Jesus. They wanted him to go. Remember when he came in there and he flipped the tables on them?
Yeah, on the money changers.
Because the money changers were in there. The money changers were in there in the church, in God's house, and they were getting money. But by that time, when Jesus had appeared on the scene, at that point in time, the temple was also the local bank. That was where you went to pay your mortgage. That was where you went to sometimes pay your taxes. It was the bank at that point in time. And so all the Judas's people and all the revolutionaries, they were wanting Jesus to get in that temple and kick those people out of there and get all those mortgages and stuff like that paid off, debt free. Because the people at the time were under mortgages, heavy debts, and taxes to the Romans. So they were down bad at that point. And they wanted Jesus to go and kick all them people up out of there. They were ready for the revolution right that second.
Yeah. Emmanuel Presley said, that's deep because you summed it up perfect. The church is for broken people. They need something to believe in. But in my opinion, the church has been a bad shepherd of black people for centuries. So I said, pulling up to church in the O2 Cadillac STS. It's just, man, it's tough, yo. You know what I mean? It's tough. So, like I said, hopefully that shit with TD Jakes ain't the thing. But if it is, man, it's going to wreck a lot of people. But hopefully, you know, it don't kill the church. Don't kill the church. But the church ain't a building. The church ain't one person. The church ain't TD Jakes. The church ain't you pick a pastor. The church ain't a building. Right? Church is the people. When two or more come together, what?
All things are possible in his name.
All things are possible in his name. You don't need a building for that. You don't need a pastor for that. You know what I mean? Church lives in you.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully people understand that. The church lives in you. The body of Christ. That's right, Fuego. The church is the people. Church is the body of Christ. Strengthen your relationship, like Montoya said. Heather Hartnett, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, all things are possible. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Anyway. Hotep Nation is church for some people. Yeah. I would agree with that. You know, it's all different beliefs in you know, with Hotep. Like, not everybody's a Christian, and, you know, and that's all good. You know, but as an organization, as a group, we try to better each other. You know what I mean? That's why, like, when people go to other religions, like, you know, I know some people, like, they ride hard for Christianity, and that's fine, right? Me, I'm like, that's my walk. You know, I believe that's the way, the truth, and the light. Like Bryson Gray's song, right? But I'm not going to push my religion on anybody. You know what I mean? Whatever makes somebody a better person, more power to you. In the end, we'll find out who's right? I'm just saying, but while you're here, whatever makes you a better person, then that's just what it is. Whether it's the church or whether it's a group of people, It's just what it is. You know? Just saying. Oh man. Anyway, let's get off of that deep topic. You run the numbers for 2024, Jay?
Heck no, I haven't run any numbers for 2024. You know what I saw earlier though? I saw they're getting rid of Donnie T off of the main ballot now.
Yeah, we was talking about that just before. I think we just finished talking about that before you jumped on, I believe.
Oh, so I just missed that.
Yeah,
you know what my son had done. I don't know, my little one, he is, I don't know why, but he's an old soul. And we had this cartoon on earlier, just a little baby show, you know. He just turned 2, and I hear him in the living room just crying like he has hurt himself, like he injured himself real bad. I hear him just screaming out, letting out a big old wailing cry, come running in there. I was like, Ryder, what's wrong? He's got these big tears dripping down his face. He's breathing hard. And he pointed at it, and he kind of like indicating that it was something on the TV, and look at the TV, and there's like these little cartoon rabbit telling this other rabbit that they're staying in this jail. They're staying in prison. And if you say prison around my son Ryder, he starts crying. And I'm like, wow. I have no idea where he gets this from. He's just a baby. He shouldn't know anything about any prisons. And he bawls. He cries. He acts like it's painful. So I was like, I don't know. He's an old soul.
I'm about to say, where Ryder come from? What the hell Ryder do in his past life? Good Lord.
It was what I think, like when in our family, or like most of us think, is like maybe the DNA is carrying part of the memories. In that movie Frozen, Frozen Part 2.
I think before you finish that, I think after 2 years old, I think up until 2 years old, or up until like your 3rd birthday, right before you turn 3, right? I think that's when you lose that grip on your past life. But I think some kids still remember.
I was gonna say, so it's possible. I'm what was I even gonna say? Hold up, I forgot.
You said something about Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Oh, in Frozen 2, the little snowman Olaf, he keeps saying that water carries memories, and that memories and water flow together, and you can recall things through it. And 85% of our body or something like that is water. Right. And they always say blood is thicker than water, so maybe blood carries more of these past memories of your bloodline, maybe of your blood. Maybe it's not so much that we're reincarnated as we're in touch with our blood, and our blood is sending us these messages in our brain that are showing us things from the past, and we're reliving those things from our family, from those that we're related to. And that's one of the aspects I was thinking it could possibly be. So I was asking Michelle, did you have someone in your family that went to prison or something? Did you? And she said, yeah, my aunt, she was in prison. And I was like, oh man, because he's over here. If you say jail or prison around him, he just starts,
How old is he?
Wailing. Huh?
How old is he?
He just turned 2.
I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you. Montoya says genetics carry our memory. I'm telling you, that's my theory, yo. That's my theory. Give me a second, Rude. I'm going to let you call in. That's my theory, though, right? I think that's why they got terrible 2s. I think that's when they're going through that transition from remembering that past life into like forgetting it, and they be like fighting it until they get to 3 years old. Like, because why can't you remember anything past a certain age? Right now, I remember a lot, and I like to think that I remember when I was like 3 and 4 years old. But why can't you remember anything else? Right? Like, a lot of people don't remember. Like, some people can remember when they was 3 and 4, but nobody can remember past that. Maybe it's some people out there, some outliers, but there's probably a reason. It's probably like that movie Soul is probably true. You know what I mean? What was that movie, Heaven Can Wait? Remember that movie where the boxer, he died prematurely and he had to find him another body to go into?
Right.
You remember that? And then like, but when they found the other body, they told him that eventually, like, I guess after a while, he was going to forget his past life and he was going to assume the life of this other person. Like they had movies about this shit, and it's probably a thing, man. I mean, they say that reincarnation was in like some of the books of the Bible that might have been, you know, selectively edited out. You know, it's interesting. Holden says Soul is a very deep movie with 22 numerology.
Yeah, because you just brought that up. I was the first person, you know, in the gematria community, they don't give me any kind of props at all. They only talk about Zach. But I was the first person to point out to them that soul means 22 in gematria, and it comes down to the number 22. And I said, but prior to the movie, even at the announcement of the movie, and I said that they're going to focus on this number 22 throughout it, and the blue character in the movie that's running around is going to be named 22, and it was, and I was 100% correct on that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying, I think we covered it when the movie dropped. I'm pretty sure we did. I know we talked about it.
It was Rudy. It was gonna release that before that date that what are we calling it? The stupid 19.
Yeah. Yep. Hold up, Rudy. Let me get this number. I got another number for y'all to call in. So when JB on here, y'all can call this other number. Give me a second.
Yeah, because if I need to drop out, I can drop out too.
No, you good.
I gotta do it.
No, you good. I got another number for everybody to call in. As soon as I find that shit, here we go.
That whole thing is about the number 22. I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and it says number 22 like 22 times. It's just like everywhere on this page.
Let me see.
They're putting that back out at the movie theater, actually, because Soul didn't get to come out of the theater like it was supposed to.
That's right, because it happened during COVID, right?
Yes, it's going to come back out supposedly on January 22nd, 2024.
Interesting. There you go, Rudy. Let's put the number in the chat. It's on the screen as well. Feel free to call in, bro. Feel free to call in. Let me go ahead and pause the music real quick. Actually, it'll pause when he calls in. So.
The topics went deep on the final... the final Hotep's Been Told You after party of 2023, didn't it?
Say it again. Oh shit! Hold on, Rudy. I'm sorry, yo. Hold on.
You got Rudy on there?
Not yet.
I was saying that the final Hotep's Been Told You after party of 2023 really went in depth and deep. You know.
Is that right?
And we covered a lot of topics in this little short time. On a 8-8 number.
Make sure I got this number right. Oh, hold on, Rudy. My bad, Joe. Thought I did this already. All right, we good. All right, so yeah, go ahead, call in, Rudy. We good now. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch the movie Rebel Moon. I'm waiting for Dig. Did you figure out how to do the shit with the Google Drive yet?
Yeah, I did. I figured it out. This hard drive behind me is super slow, but I got a nice fast thumb drive right here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick this over there and grab your Dig, and send you the little file if you want to check out. Matter of fact, I got some really good. Hold up. While you do this, I got some really excellent picture breakdowns real quick that'll cover this topic. Man, I had them ready and I forgot to bring them over here to you. So they're just right behind me. Let me go ahead and grab them. I'll be right back.
All right, we got Rudy calling in now. So go do what you got to do. Yo, Rudy, what's the deal, bro? Oh, hold on. My bad, Joe. Hold up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, you good. I had to send the audio to the soundboard. What's the deal?
My bad, man. What's good? Hey, look, man, when y'all was talking about Chauvin getting poked up 22 times,
yeah,
right? Now, you know, I did a stretch, dude. I seen a dude. See 4 cats run in there with pencils and stabbed this dude up. They must have stabbed him. They must have poked him damn near 100 times, and he lived, bro.
Damn.
He lived.
Damn.
And so, you know, for him to get jabbed up 22 times, like, and it was just one person. Like, I thought these were 4 cats that ran in there and stabbed that dude up, man. Damn. So he was getting poked hard, you know what I mean? He was in pause, but he was getting poked hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And he lived through that shit.
Damn.
And as far as, listen, dude, when you're in that box, man, you know, that lawyer, man, like, I can't go see him. It's not, you're DOC, man. It's not an issue of what you're legally allowed to do, and it's about what they're going to let you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So lawyers can file complaints all the time and bitch and moan about not seeing their clients in the DOC. But when you're in the DOC, if they don't want to let your lawyer in, you letting that man in, and he can file all the complaints he wants. All you're going to do is file a complaint to the DOC. Now, I was in a state penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? This is defense, man. You know what I mean? If the state decides, hey, we're not going to let your lawyer in. I mean, think about the defense. Defense got more power than the state. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, that's just all I was wanted to get in on that. I mean, because I really believe somebody poked him up, man. You know why they poked him up, and was this the cover to get him out, kind of like the cover to get Epstein out?
Right. Exactly. Possibly. I still stand by it. I think they swapped Epstein body with Anthony Bourdain.
Man, I think they really just poked Epstein up. I think they just got rid of him. I think they paid that. Remember that meathead Italian cat that was in there, man? I think the mafia cat that was looking at all that time. I'm pretty sure they paid that dude to go in there and yoke up Epstein and just get rid of him. It's just easier to get rid of him just in case he did split. Because even with the list of getting rid, they're not putting out the real list. The powers that be are the ones on those videotapes. Like, where's all the tapes?
Oh,
where's all that? When that kid Luke Rukowski went to Epstein Island, they saw all the video cameras.
Right.
When they kicked in his house in New York, they saw all the video. They knew the hidden cameras. Where's the tapes, man? We're never going to see it. And this judge and this hubbub. This judge, when the judge in Jersey about 4 or 5 years ago was really on this situation, somebody ended up whacked. Remember, her kid got whacked. Right? The judge's kid got whacked. Yeah. So let's, keep that elephant memory, fellas, because this list coming out pretty soon. But as a TDJH, man, I'm with y'all, man. Like I'm not big. I mean, I'm not big on, I'm a Catholic. I lost my religion at age 15 when the Catholic Church bomb hit. I mean, I was brought up in the Catholic Church. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I lost God for years, man. I ran around saying there ain't no God. Look at this, my whole world, everything I grew up with, everything I knew came crashing down when that scandal happened.
And that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I'm on a. You just show me, dude. Like even with Will Smith's homeboy talking about I seen Will getting his cheeks flat. Now that dude was on every podcast.
Yeah.
And he's making his rounds and he's making his money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Cassie's trying to get her lawsuit going on. Like, no, I'm not just gonna, man. Especially in the Me Too area because they tried to Me Too Tucker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They tried to Me Too Matt Gaetz. And every time the accusations fly, you got the whole internet saying, see. Like my brother is smart as shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He's wide awake, man. Sees the world for what it is. And when they dropped that shit on Matt Gaetz, he's like, I told you he was a pedophile. I'm like, dog, who's making the accusations? The pedophiles. the same FBI made the accusation and didn't even have any proof, and he ended up being acquitted of all charges. But it's the same FBI who covered all them girls getting molested by Larry Nassar for 30 years. Man.
That's true.
So it's like, I'm not like, is TDJ capable of it? Sure, anybody's capable of it. And I'm with you on the changing of the church, where they're like, yo, gay marriage is cool now. That, I mean, if you're saying that, you're not a man of God. You're not a man of that Bible. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't say that and be a man of the Bible. Right. But I got to see the proof, man, before. I'm with you, dude. I think that's a good call not to cover that story, man. Because, like, show me the damn proof, man. Show me the damn proof, man.
Exactly.
That's all I got, man. I'm out here roaming the streets, going cars, man. It's kind of hard to type in a chat, man. I you know, but you know, Hotep and Bill, man. Jay was good. Was good to everybody in the chat, Cannon.
Appreciate you, Rudy, and salute. Can you hear me? Also, salute to you. A lot of the times you have called into the Griff Report, and I really appreciate your words of wisdom and your insight, and I appreciate it's been inspirational a lot of times. What you said has just been a lot of truth bombs throughout the entire time that you come on the Griff Report. So salute to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Rudy.
No problem, Jay. No problem. I'm a grimy from the city streets, man. I've seen the best of both worlds, man. But I've been on the highs and the lowest, man. But I see the world for what it is, man. And the thing about the Hotep Nation and cats like y'all, man, it's like when Cannon said, when it's time to put that kid on, hopefully we could all find each other and make a better world, man.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love y'all, man. I can't wait till Hotep Con next year, man. Last year was a little bad for me financially. This year I'll be there, man.
I hear that.
If there's still a Hotep Con.
Hey, we try and make it happen, yo. I think they were saying tentatively it's gonna be Miami, so we're gonna see how it work out. We'll figure we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done.
Hey, look, man. Man, don't send me to Miami, man. I might lose my mind. All that scattered brown ass down there, man. I'll stay faithful to the old lady, man. But look, man, y'all be good, man. Hotep and Bill, man.
Hotep and Bill. Oh, damn. Rudy on the check-in. I appreciate it. Man, I think somebody else tried to call in. Whoever tried to call in, you can call back. But yeah, man, like Rudy said, he, once that scandal happened with the Catholic Church, you've seen a lot of people fall away. All right, let's see who this is. Welcome to the after party. Who we talking to? Oh shit! I gotta keep doing this every time. There we go. Who's this?
It's Kay.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, I finally got to stay up because I don't have to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm working the night shift out this bit.
And also, I heard you. I heard you talking about Chauvin and everything that went on with him, and just a little bit of inside baseball because of my job. I did not work for Minneapolis PD, but every officer that I knew that I talked to for Minneapolis PD did not want to work with Chauvin for his behavior.
Oh, wow.
And his wife is the same way, too. And, of course, she just got hemmed up for, I think it was tax evasion or something like that. Damn. But, yeah, he has, among a lot of officers in the Twin Cities area, he had a notorious reputation.
So he was already.
And there were certain reputations. Right. There were certain reputations about Minneapolis PD. So basically, if you want to fuck around and not get caught, go work for Minneapolis PD.
Interesting.
So, I mean, that's why you have the thing with, what was it, Justine Diamond. Okay. The Mohammed Noor just recently got out. He appealed and got out. He had a long list, he shouldn't have even been an officer because there were a couple of things that were in his background, but they let him be an officer anyway, just due to the media that it was going to give them and all that stuff. And certainly, he had the media both ways. He was this, Somali officer, and then, what had happened and all that stuff. And with the George Floyd incident, I got to meet George Floyd a couple of times. He was nice. I also got to meet Chauvin a couple of times. He's an interesting guy. He never, when he talked to me, he rarely looked at my face, meaning he was always looking at my chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was one of those guys. And then I just found it quite odd. I found it totally odd that, all of a sudden, after, the George Floyd incident, I think it was also kind of around that time too, there were bricks in, certain areas of certain inner city locations.
Oh, yeah, we had them down in Baltimore.
Sure enough. Yeah. And it's like all of a sudden you started seeing vehicles coming in from out of state. And so we had to track and keep an eye on these vehicles because it's like, okay, why are these vehicles coming from out of state? Because those were the vehicles, the people from out of state were the ones coming to Minnesota creating most of the crime.
Right, agent provocateur.
And
they was doing that since the right shit.
Exactly. And see, the thing is that also the governor, Governor Waltz, and then Mayor Jacob Fry, they could have, called in the National Guard because the National Guard was waiting. And a lot of the officers were waiting. Okay, when are they going to call in the National Guard? When are they going to do this? They held off and let that precinct burn. They let areas in St. Paul and Minneapolis burn.
Wow.
What do they have going up now? New development. So that also makes you think too, like, because a lot of people think, and a lot of officers think that they stood down. They didn't call in the guard for a reason, and it's like, what was behind that reason? Was it to kind of tear down the inner city? Because everybody talks about how they switch between like the inner city and the suburbs. One area becomes the suburbs become the inner city and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happens over time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is like, what are they trying to do?
That's interesting.
There were a lot of small businesses that, lost their livelihood. A lot of people lost their housing. There were some people that lost their lives too as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, with everything that went on with them, it was really suspect because, I mean, even myself, I have questions too. And they knew each other. And that's the thing. They had history. And nobody wants to talk about that.
I remember the story about them having history working at they worked at a bar or a club together, right?
Yep, there was a club. I can't think of the name of the club, but it was in downtown Minneapolis. There's an area where there's like a bunch of, there's like a club district where there's like club after club after club in that little cluster in that area. And they were always in that area.
That's interesting.
So it's like for them not to, they like to omit that about the history and all that stuff. And yes, a few people did talk about it, but not a lot did. They just made it sound like, this is what happened. This is what happened. But the thing is, if you look up Chauvin's history of his behavior as an officer, he has an interesting history. And they're probably not going to bring it up, and they're probably not going to pull it up because the post board, the Peace Officer Board of Standards and Training, is corrupt too.
Well, I remember when everything was first breaking down. That's why I always say that that initial like coverage of things, it always come back to bite him in the ass. I remember the initial coverage is saying that he was one of those police officers that was like excessive force and overstepping and stuff like that. But now they're starting to come around like, oh, well, he wasn't responsible for this and da 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 da. Which, like I said, I don't think he was solely responsible for the death of George Floyd. I think George Floyd ate some drugs for that drug dealer. However, I would definitely put police negligence on Derek Chauvin, period, full stop, along with the other 3 officers. You know what I mean? There were steps that they could have took to save his life, and they didn't. You know.
Oh, yeah. I believe that there was not just one thing. I believe that there were multiple factors at play.
Yeah.
But I do, kufi on tight, I do have that little conspiracy theory in the back of my mind.
Oh, hey, we all do. We all do. But I appreciate the call,
No,
Kay.
but I heard you.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I just heard you talking about it. I just wanted to call in. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Hotep and build.
Hotep and build.
Thank you, Kay.
Kay on the check-in. Kay on the check-in. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I appreciate the calls, guys. Emmanuel said Kay is boots on the ground in there. Hey, telling you. Rudy a goat, one of the OG triple OGs, K OG triple OG, always supporting. Not to mention, thank you K for the 10 memberships on Sunday. We was too drunk to fucking recognize it, but I appreciate you for that. But man, I love you guys. But let me see. All right, so Jay, what did you just send me? What's this with the third temple?
I was gonna get into my whole little spiel over here, my little slideshows. I had to bring. We got what first slide up?
All right, so I see the third temple, predictive programming.
Okay, so this is the advertisement that you see right here, where there's this cow in the background. That is the red heifer, and it says, "No truth is buried without a trace," and you have his blood on the ground. The blood is going to be like the sacrifice of him. And in the background, in the distance, you can kind of see the temple, and that little South Park, they put that, it was called the red ginger in South Park to make fun of the red heifer.
Okay.
They said that the end times will be looking for the red ginger. And then, so they got that little spotted red cow. Okay. Remember, we went over some of this predictive programming. In that one TV show, they showed this Scazzy magazine, and it said the next president will be Donald Trump. This book that came out in 1898 or whatever, called The Wreck of the Titan, was about how the Titanic was going to sink. And then that movie, The Tall Target, was about this agent named John F. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Who was trying to stop the assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
And so that's some predictive programming. So I'm just trying to tie it all in there. And my next slide is, let's pull, if you can pull the next piece up from there.
Wow. The sacrifice in the red heifer?
This is an artist rendering of what the sacrifice of the red heifer is. Once the red heifer reaches that age 3, I believe, then they can be sacrificed. The ashes can be then burnt up and then used to purify the temple. And so they've only had 9 other in like 5,000 years or so, or even more. They've only had 9 other red heifers, and we're going to wait to see if in April 22nd of 2024, if the red heifer has been authenticated by the priests, and if he has, then get ready, because they're going to be needing to put that brand new temple in.
So you said 3 years old?
Yeah, and where's the next look? Okay, so this is a scene from that TV series Dig, which I'm going to send you over tonight. And in it shows the red heifer in the background. And it has a calf and a young watcher. He's one of the people, and he's watching over day and night to make sure that none of the other side, the Palestinian or whatever, comes and kidnaps that cow. And prevents it from coming to pass. What's the next slide of it? This is the coin that came out that was trying to link King Cyrus and his mission to build the wall and build the temple. And we know that Donnie T's slogan is build the wall. Yeah. And so they're going to need to build that temple wall, and they're going to need to, and whenever this coin came out, they were talking about, remember that Donnie T, when he was saying make Jerusalem the center over there, and he had contracted with some companies that were supposed to have building materials. So they were speculating at the time that maybe some of those are the temple materials that Donnie T has in his possession, that he can have his crews start building that temple. So if he gets in 2024 and they announce that red heifer is there and it's the real deal, then we know what the game plan is going to be. It's going to be putting in that temple.
Yeah, I remember they was trying to make the correlation between Trump and
King Cyrus.
Yeah, that was.
And what's the next one over? All right, so this is what they talk about, the 5 calamities, and it's akin to these top 10 natural disasters, and the temple being taken down or being destroyed. Tisha B'Av. Yeah. So there's your little calamities, and that's an artist rendition of the temple. I think during the Herod period, maybe. I don't know if this is which period this is supposed to represent, but it's the sacking of the temple. And then the next slide is there one more slide on there?
I don't think there's another slide.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. So yeah, that kind of breaks down the little narrative, I guess.
That's interesting. There you go. So that the red heifer, that event, according to Jay Pylon, is going to be on and popping.
I don't know.
It's a lot of predictive programming, though. No, but what you just put out there is there's a lot of I guess evidence,
symbolic representation.
A lot of symbolic representation that they may have that heifer. My father believes they got that heifer.
Hey, like you say, what did you say? Did you say you think they got it too?
I do think they got it.
So the stuff is going to be hitting the fan come April 22nd.
I think so.
But see, they have to sacrifice the cow. Then they got to get the ashes ready, and that might all be a big debacle because I know it's going to be like a public display. So there might be other people trying to stop it. You know what I mean? Like coming over there to disrupt it. Oh man, nation against nation. It's going to be crazy if this is the real deal.
Oh, okay.
If they make that official announcement.
Get ready to kid up. Get ready. I don't care if you get go get you something. Get ready to kid up. Get you a shotgun. Get you a lever action. Get something, guys. Get something to protect yourself. I ain't say take up arms and get ready to fight a war, but be ready to defend yourselves and protect yourselves and fucking hunker down for the long haul if this goes down. There's a reason why these billionaires have been out here putting out these bunkers. There's a reason for it. They know something. Emmanuel Presley, look at him right here. He says, this is why Zuck building underground fortresses. He had bomb shelters on Temu. Shit, if I was in Texas, yo, you know what I do?
What's up?
Man, Miller said they do a Texas Rancher breed the heifer.
Yeah, the Texas Rancher is the one. What's that?
You got the superconducting super collider tunnels. Turn that shit into a fortress. All them tunnels under Texas that they made for the superconducting super collider. You can take a part of that. You know about that? The superconducting super collider.
Oh, the Texas one? Yeah, we talked about it on the show. Turn
that into a bunker.
Yeah.
You know, guys, if you're in Texas, find it. It's just empty. It's fucking empty. That was supposed to be what CERN's Hadron Collider is. It was supposed to be in Texas, and for some reason, Bill Clinton stopped it and then allowed them to do the shit in Switzerland. This is an interesting story behind the superconducting super collider. That's the coolest fucking name. Superconducting super collider. I just like saying it.
Yeah, he's saying it awfully quick.
Yeah, it's fine.
And knocking it out.
Boom.
I don't know. So if they do get this, that third temple, if it does get built, then they have to move whoever's in the way over there, right? To have enough space for it all.
Like they moving whoever's in the way right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like we seeing it, right?
Got it. That's why I think they got it, and it's got to be the third year of it.
But then part of it is that part of it would have to start demolishing that what's his name? The building that's already sitting there, the Dome of the Rock. Mm-hmm. And if they start pulling down that thing, that's gonna upset the what's his names? That's gonna upset everybody else that's over there. The mosque, the Muslims in the area.
Palestinians.
Right. Boy, that's gonna they would that's like that would be the ultimate call to arms right there. If they start pushing that to pieces, what's his name is everybody's gonna jump in. Then you'll have Turkey, and of course the agreement is that if all those nations come together, they're on team Russia, team Korea, team China. That's all. They signed an agreement years ago that they're all on the same squad. And that would be a call. That would be their call to action. So then you would have Turkey, Iraq, Syria, all the other places that already oppose the motherland or whatever you want to say, right. The land of them people. They already oppose them, so they would all gather together. And now you're talking about Armageddon. Because now they're going to be pushing them out, doing their ritual and stuff like that. You see, this is why that's so important, and why we're waiting to see if that really goes down or not.
Telling you guys, get ready. I think they got that shit. I think it's got to be on the third year. I think so, yo. I'm telling you, they got it. Otherwise, that shit wouldn't have went down the way that shit went down over there. That's just my opinion.
It really seems like it's that was opportune. Like they needed them out the way to clear the space. That way they can bring in all the stuff when they make the big announcement. I mean, I want to see right now if they get the land development stuff ready. You know what I'm saying? Like
BB Netanyahu said, he said, "There's no
we would know for sure.
I have control of the land anymore." That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
They terraforming that shit right now. Ronan Art says, wouldn't that be 8 nations?
It's biblical. It's however many nations are supposed to come up against them.
Well, I'm going to fight them all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. Come on, I was waiting for that one. Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. It's gonna get interesting, guys. 2024 is gonna be very interesting, people. And I really want an uneventful year. I don't want to fucking be in this house or wherever with a fucking magazine and a AR and a fucking vest on, ready to take on whoever. I really don't. I don't. I'm not one of them wishing nigga woods. I don't want this shit to go down. I don't.
Man, you got time for a crazy story? Hold on.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, it's a story time. So when I was at Obamacare originally.
Oh, what is it for the Civil War movie? That's in April, right?
Yeah, it's coming out soon. Put out by A24 Pictures.
Yeah.
Right, when I was at the Obamacare, and we had this guy in there, right? All right, he was he was a little feminine, and he come through and he'd be like, I wish they would. I would slap the taste right out their mouth. I would slap that taste right out their mouth. We had this other dude in there. It was also effeminate too, but he had this whole group of females like that, and a couple of dudes that he used to just kind of like order around and stuff like that. So he came up to me and he was like, listen, you better not go over there and talk to that new girl because she's not one of us. And I better not see you. And I was like, who are you to tell me what I can or cannot do? I'm going to do what I want to do. And the new, like, because we had a new girl on the team. It turned out to be Valencia, who's a good friend of mine. And I was like, hello, Valencia. My name is Jay Pylon. It's nice to meet you. And I went back over, and sat down. And I said, so you got a problem with that? And dude was big, too. So he was intimidating for a lot of these people.
He was a big queen.
Yeah, he was a big. And I said, what, you got a problem with what I just did? You know me. So I sat back down. Meanwhile, we had the other little guy.
He looked at Jay like, pause.
Cannon was there. No. We had the other little guy, right? The other little guy that was always like, I wish they would. I wish someone would. I wish someone would come over here and tell me to shut up and sit down. Ooh, I slapped the taste out their mouth. Dude popped, because he already got aggravated with me. The big dude got already aggravated with me, right?
Yeah.
So he popped up and he told the little guy, he was like, you sit down, you shut up. And that the little dude that's been talking for I'm telling you, he's been saying this nonsense for weeks. Like anytime you turn around and say, hey, what's up, man? He's going to begin with his, I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would. Ooh, I slapped the taste out their mouth. I'm just waiting for someone to try to pop off at me. That big dude, because I just told the big dude, back off me or whatever. And I went back to work. So the little guy was over there and he was like, oh, I wish that. And so dude popped up and said, sit down and shut up. And the little guy just slunk down into his seat and looked sad.
He hit him with the angry man from Martin. Man, sit your ass down.
And he had nothing. It was so funny. What was so funny was he had no comebacks and nothing to say. He just slunked in his chair looking sad.
See, he had mind control over Debo.
When he's gone, when he's not here, I start talking.
Shut up. Again. When he gone, I start talking again. That's how that shit works.
That little guy sure did do that. I nearly fell out of my chair.
Ronan said you went from Hallmark to Street Mark.
Now it's Obama. It is Obamacare. What do you expect is going on over there at that office? There was a lot of shenanigans.
A lot of nonsense is what it is.
A lot of nonsense from day to day. A lot of those people came. A lot of those people were down bad the day Donnie T got in office.
Jeez.
They were down bad. I was in there laughing.
Oh Lord, what are we gonna do?
The cactus was like, "Oh, it's the end of the world." People was holding their stomachs, looking sad.
Oh, man.
It was hilarious.
It was funny. Anyway. Oh man, it's late, guys. You got anything else, Jay?
Man, just prayers up for TD Jakes.
Prayers for the black church, guys. Prayers for the black church, and pray that heifer ain't here yet.
That red heifer. Red-haired heifer coming through there. They put the ginger on the South Park. Right. They was clowning it.
Oh my gosh, man.
South Park is doing the predictive programming like The Simpsons.
They've been doing it.
They stay on top of things.
Boondocks was doing it first.
Did you see? Wait up before we go. Did you see Emmanuel's take though on Ye?
Nah, what'd he say?
He was like, what if they told Ye to come out here and test the waters or test the temperature with those people, with the landlords?
That's a possibility.
And get people riled up right before that event popped off. And now we have protesters at the airport. And now we have nationwide students walking out. That's Gen Z. That's the millennials. Mm. And who's going to be packing his concerts? Really, a lot of them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He could have been the messenger for that.
That's true. That is true.
That could have been like, yay.
On tight take right there.
Because he's sitting there and he's saying God's protecting me and God's watching over me. That's how they haven't been able to take me out. Mm. That's true. Could be.
Call back, Emmanuel. Call back.
But that take that Emmanuel had was Kufi on tight. It might be spot right. It just something about that just sounds
Yeah, call back, Emmanuel. Speak on it. Man, speak on it, sir. The phone line is still open for you.
The operators are standing by.
Operators are standing by. Steph Colonel in the building.
What's good, Steph? We're going to come out here looking like our action figures next year.
I know, right? You got that going right. I'm almost there, gosh dang it. This hoodie was barely fitting.
Come
this
out
hoodie
there
fitting
good.
My titties is getting less titties.
I mean, come out there. My chest bigger than your head, Kenan. Oh, what you think about that?
Like, excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where the bathroom is? Like, yeah, it's that way. Hit him with the Lee Haney. Oh man! All right, here we go. Emmanuel was calling in. Yo, Emmanuel.
Yo, what's up?
There we go.
What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we loud and clear. We got you.
What up, Jay? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. God bless. What's good with it?
So I called in. I know you're trying to rap, so I'm not gonna be too long. I'm still trying to work this theory out in my head, but I'm just lining up the dates. And Kanye coming out with Nick Fuentes really just seemed weird and out of nowhere. And then I kind of watched how Candace kind of jumped in. And Candace kind of didn't sign with the landlords. Like, normally everybody just says the landlords are right. We're going to defend the landlords. Candace like, oh, I don't want to say anything bad against Jay. He's my friend. But people know where I stand. But she never really picked a side. And it kind of simmered. And Kanye went away for a little bit. But I think he sparked something. I think he was put out to kind of, like Jay said, test the waters, but kind of to prep for this hard pivot. Because we've never, ever seen this movement against the landlords.
Never. They talking real reckless right now.
I mean, they out there blocking up they blocking up planes.
They're blocking airports.
Yeah, they going full tilt. You right. You got a point.
And if you look at some of these landlords for Palestine, if you look at any of these groups, it's not the landlords behind them. Like Noah Jr. did a deep dive on this, and they have, the people who are organizing these protests, and they have landlord first is their title for X, Y, or Z. Landlords for LGBT, landlords for Palestine, and none of the people on the boards are landlords. And we've never seen that before.
Right.
Wow.
Right. You're right about that. You're right about that. Man, that's a hell of a take.
And I'm just like, why would Kanye just come out with Nick Fuentes?
Right.
That was so out of nowhere.
We all said that shit. Like, damn, like that's who you pick. Like we all said that. Like, yes, that's who you go with.
It was just like, Kanye probably introduced a lot of people of color, they like to say, to Nick Fuentes.
Right, I agree.
And Kanye's base isn't mostly Gen Z and millennial. It's all of millennial Gen Z. As a matter of fact, Kanye is one of the few people who bridge that gap.
Right.
So he's a real problem.
So you think Kanye might be an agent?
I mean,
it's a possibility.
They work with others.
It's a possibility that he got MK Ultra in that daggone in the asylum that Harley Pasternak put him in. He might be Niner freight car. He's one of them. Goddamn it.
He got the Manchurian code.
Yeah, he got that.
No, I would say he's a Winter Soldier.
He's a goddamn Winter
Soldier. He said his magic word.
Yeah. He got that Liv Schreiber. He got that Liv Schreiber Manchurian candidate code. Remember that shit? Fucking Denzel Washington shit.
All of the lights.
That's just been stuck in my head though.
No,
why Nick Fuentes? And why did Candace come out and immediately say, I'm siding with Big Boss Ben?
Mm-hmm. And then she dipped.
So I think
she's been absent.
Yeah.
She's been quiet.
Yeah, she wasn't as quiet with the first baby, so I can't say her as quiet with the second baby. So
she real quiet.
Interesting. That's interesting. That's a good take. That's a really good take, yo.
That was just. I'm still working on this. I'm still like putting little dotted little I's across some T's. But I think it's a working theory.
It is. I think it is. I agree. I never looked at it like that. That is interesting. That is a good pickup that I didn't even see.
And Donnie T, let's not forget, like I just showed in those slides, he is team landlord.
That would
and
make
he's got Kushner and he's got all these other people.
I would say that was another thing. Kanye took Nick Fuentes uninvited to Mar-a-Lago.
I was just about to say that. I mean that Kanye was like, I got the juice now. I got the juice now. I got the blessing from the landlord. So let's go ahead and get. I was just about to say that. That's what I
don't think it's from the landlords. I think the landlords are being pushed aside. I think they're being, they may be being set up. And they didn't see it coming.
Holden also said Trump kissed the wall. Trump did kiss the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And who else kissed the wall?
Right. Didn't DeSantis has Gavin Newsom kissed it yet?
I know DeSantis kissed the wall.
We gotta check on Gavin because we know that they're gonna make Gavin the president in 2028.
Yeah,
I don't think Gavin has a chance. I don't think he can run him.
I don't think so either.
I think Gavin's unelectable.
Not now, but 2028.
I don't think ever.
I think they still may try to.
I think with Kamala on the national stage, you can't bring anybody from California.
See, Gavin is team.
So bad.
I was just gonna say Gavin is team China. He went and kissed the other wall. He kissed the Great Wall of China.
Yeah,
he was there at the Great Wall of China, putting hands on it and getting the blessing.
Hands across America.
Because it's different sides to this. It's spy versus spy.
Yeah.
Gavin is team China.
Yeah.
He's been team China from the get-go.
Yeah. Yep.
And Trump is team landlord. You know, it's different groups.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, guys. It's about to be a turf war out this bitch.
A turf war.
It's going to be a turf war, and we all going to be cannon fodder.
Until that red heifer comes up, and then, you know, you're going to be fighting for everything.
You think they are going to say it really is the red heifer that they've been awaiting, or they're going to say that it's what do they call that? A false.
False.
I think they're going to happen. I think they're going to tell us it wasn't, but they're going to do some construction. So.
You got the double take.
I think, you know, we're going to see, like, why are they building this new temple? Oh, okay.
They're going to tell us it wasn't, but they'll do it anyway.
It's going to be a fucking red
heifer. Yeah, it's like, oh, no, there's no red heifer. Yeah. That's a right-wing conspiracy theory.
Until they open that door and that motherfucker sitting
there. Racism and homophobia.
Yeah, that motherfucker be sitting there with a birthday hat on his head. Just turned 3.
Y'all, I'm going to let y'all go.
I appreciate it.
Happy New Year's. We love you. And God bless.
Same to you, bro.
Salute.
Up and build. That's what I'm talking about. My man Emmanuel Presley on the check-in. Man, that's a good place to end right there, I think.
Was he sit? Yeah, he was sent in to push the censorship, to push. Man, he could have been sent in to push all kinds of things if we think about it. If that's really the goal.
Hell of a Trojan horse.
The Trojan horse move.
So anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging with us. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out, guys. Please share this stream. Let people know we were live. Like I said, you want to donate to the channel, $CannonHotep on Cash App. That's $CannonHotep on Cash App. Super Chats, Rumble Rants, always welcome. You can also become a member over on Rumble if you hit the subscribe button below the live chat for a cup of coffee a month. You can become an A1 member. Same thing on YouTube. Hit that join button for a cup of coffee a month. You can become a A1 member on my channel. Anyway, until next time, it's CannonHotep saying, be safe, stay strapped, don't miss. Kid up, everybody. The red heifer is a-coming. We holla at you.
So relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take